Hello, everybody, and welcome
You
to
don't
tonight.
know the power
Lord
of the
Canty
dark
128,
side.
thank you so much for the follow. Anyways, welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another stream. Tonight, we are diving into Tales of Elisia, the Southern Isles. My mind is kind of everywhere at the moment. I just did like 4 trays of cookies in like 20 minutes. But now I'm here. I'm ready to have some fun. We got a fun night for you guys. Tonight is gonna be such a fun night. We're gonna get to tell a story. I hope you guys do enjoy this. I spent a lot of time writing the Southern Isles. The Southern Isles has been a project that I've been writing for the past 4 or 5 years, mixed within characters, story arcs, and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy what I wrote, enjoy the storyline. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into with our players. Let me turn this off. So you guys excited to play?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
All right. So before we even get started, let's go over who all we have tonight. Tonight we got Maury.
Hi.
We got the Melon. We got Sierra.
Sorry, brain died.
Yeah. Okay. Sierra's muted. We got the Whisperwoods Gaming, who's not dead. He's still alive. Let's go.
Still alive so far. So far, anyway.
Crew, let's
See what
go.
happens.
We got Allie in here.
Hello.
We got Supernawas.
Hello.
We got the Ashton.
Oh, I forgot to hit that.
I don't think Angela's playing the night. I can't get a hold of her. And Philandra, I know you're not feeling too well. I know you're going to sit out, and that's perfectly fine. But again, I hope you feel better soon. And yeah, when you jump in, it's going to be great. It's going to be chaos. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are ready for this.
Oh, you know it.
We'll get into the party details. But for now, let's go ahead.
Whisper, what's your character's name?
My name, Laura Skullstar. Edgelord.
Lore. Okay.
We're still going with the Edgelord. Oh, you're absolutely Edgelord.
It's been decided. We're sorry.
It was decided with the Halloween campaign.
Brooks.
Oh
Can
my
y'all
goodness.
hear me now?
That's all right. I don't
Yes.
mind killing characters off as we go
Awesome.
along.
Also, exclamation point roster will tell you who's playing who
Oh.
in the campaign. Because I went ahead and worked that into this as well. But no, we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Look at you being a DM on the ball.
Not really. You ask Melon. I was everywhere today. But, like, I was pretty chaotic.
Chaotic evil or chaotic good?
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic bullshit. Just chaotic,
Bullshit.
period.
Just chaotic.
Chaotic neutral at its best.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Can I slap Maury?
What?
Why are we slapping Maury?
Why are we
Dude.
targeting Maury?
I said Maury. I said Maury was going to be the first to go, so I'd like to throw a fireball at Maury.
Whoa! Already starting
Oh,
with this crap.
screw you.
Don't make me eat you.
Here
She's
for the
recovering.
first
You're
episode.
too sick. I'll kick you in the shins.
Also,
Yeah, very
I
true.
do want to apologize. If I'm not responsive to chat, it is because, well, I am
It's
DarkManeGaming.
chaotic.
I am the dungeon master for this campaign. So I do apologize if I'm not fully attentive to the chat. I will be seeing your guys' messages, though, and we'll try to respond as much as possible. Here for the first episode. Woo, yes, Demarius.
Hey, Billy,
Yes.
you roll a nat 1 on your title.
I got a 3.
Yeah, look at your title.
Updated the title like several times.
It still says you're playing Toy Story.
You need to update
It says
it.
Dungeons and Dragons. It
Yeah,
says
it says
episode
D&D.
1, Reunions of
Updated
New
for me.
Beginnings, Tales of Elisia, the Southern Isles, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I say.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure. Okay.
No, you're all good.
You busy, Billy? We know that. Yeah, I kind of am. But I think we're ready to begin.
I think
Tales of
that's a
Elisia.
different Maury that you put in the link.
Do what?
Stream Elements says check out Maury. That's someone with like 18,000 followers, and this is not Maury.
Oh
No,
no, that
Allie
was the
fixed
wrong
it.
one. It was already fixed.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, no, we're good.
I fixed it.
So
Dang, Maury, you putting in some work.
Apparently. Shit.
everybody, hold on to your butts, because we're about to start Tales of Elisia.
Now, do you want us to watch? Are you sharing your screen for us to see the Roll20?
I will be sharing the screen. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Hi, Sierra.
Damn.
Hey.
I guess I don't get to use the button to be able to, like I said, to show stuff to VTT because I don't have access to the Roll20.
No, because I have certain people that don't have Roll20.
Mhm. Dang.
Two of them, yeah.
My favorite button.
Jeez.
Share to VTT.
So, our adventure begins in 973 ADW, or after the Dragon Wars. Inside Grimwell City, people start gathering outside of the wet cauldron. A little Alwyn with red feathers decides to walk inside. Ellen, would you like to explain who you are and what your character is?
Yeah, so what you're seeing here is a little Owlin by the name of Solgrut Aufsteigen. He is a low mid-30s Owlin. He only stands about 3'2". He is he's clad in a breastplate. Let me actually, I forgot. He's like wearing like greens and reds. Let me pull up his screenshot so I can remember even what he looks like right here. As I put on my screen. He is he carries around a shield and a sword, and yeah, he's got a little bit of a German accent to him.
And I love it. I love it so much. After the Alwyn walks in, he takes a seat. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Behind him comes a elf wizard. Sierra, would you like to explain your character, please?
Miss Shelby Helga. She does not look like an elven wizard. But she is very much chaotic and probably the smartest damn person you'll ever know. And she has the sass of... I don't even know how to explain. But you'll enjoy it.
Alright, so that's Shelby Helga. After Shelby walks in, she notices Soul sitting there. You know, they kind of have it. You end up going over and taking a seat with Soul, and it's been a while since you guys seen each other. After that, a human sorcerer walks in and looks around, not really knowing where to go, and then he sees people gathering at the bar, and he's that way. And Whisper, would you like to explain your character?
I'm a human sorcerer that I'm still reading through my new stats because we just adjusted it because I missed the last couple episodes because of being sick. But it's a human sorcerer who doesn't talk a lot, but is still new coming into their powers and still trying to find themselves as they go along and what kind of character they're going to be.
And what's your character's name?
Lord Skullstar.
Or
Or apparently Edgelord Skullstar.
Perfect. I love it. Okay. You head over to the bar. You know, it's like I said, it's 8 in the morning. There's not a single person here other than the barkeep who's setting everything up to get his day ready. After that walks in another Owlin. But there's something odd about this Owlin. He's pretty tall and has about kind of like sea feathers. And Supernawas, would you like to explain your character, please?
Yes, I am Saint Sanford Ebenest. I am a traveler. I am an advisor to lords, ladies, and courts alike throughout the land. I grew up with a family in Jotunheim, a faraway land with the ice giants. After growing up with a diplomatic family, I didn't really grow up around a lot of other Owlins. Spent a lot of time over with the ice giants, gained their trust and their favor, and I find myself in Elisia after departing those lands and not planning to turn back.
Great, I love it. And after that, you also notice that the party's kind of, you head over there as well, and after that comes in well, what looks like a mountain of a man, uh pretty huge in stature. Um no, I'm not Sierra. Pretty huge in stature. Ashton, would you like to explain your character? Ashton. Hello?
I think he's deafened.
Yeah, he deafened.
Yeah, they're deafened.
Oh my god.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. But no, my character is very lonesome. He's very lone. He doesn't trust much folks, especially the ones on bottom of the mountains. He likes to retain himself on top where it's ice cold.
And what class and race are you playing as?
I am playing as a Goliath, chaotic, good.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I did forget to mention that I'm a ranger hunter.
Perfect.
And I am cleric.
So after you walk in, you kind of notice that you head over to the bar and you end up sitting on the bar itself, thinking it's a seat. You've been to Grimwell City a couple of times, but not really stayed in Grimwell a whole lot. But you do know of the place. So after, oh, and what's your character's name? His character's name is Rooks.
So crying out loud.
After that, everyone notices that there walks in a white dragonborn, with purple markings on her face. And Allie, would you like to explain your character, please?
My name is Bados. I'm a white female dragonborn, born of the Starborn clan. I came from a clan that was known for conquering the beach of Elisia. Once old enough, I ventured to become one of the seas and accept a privateering job and become a crew of the Ravenswood family flagship. After following orders and battling those who chose to make an attempt to capture the cargo of the Orion, Bados became a quartermaster for the ship and became a command under Captain Core.
Perfect.
My adventures led to a halfling bard named Thaddeus, who was decided to hire an adventure of a lifetime.
And lastly, I believe, yes.
Cassie.
Lastly, there's you guys are kind of just sitting around, okay? Kind of waiting on well, Thad. Some of you know who Thad is. Some of you love Thad, some of you hate Thad. But before Thad comes in, you end up seeing a white owl flying into into the tavern and lands perfectly on top of Soul's head.
Oof.
What
Oh,
in the?
oh.
Saw this coming.
Soul, give me an insight check.
Oh, did insight check. Okay. First roll of session.
Yes.
Oh, that's only a 12.
12, that passes. You knew as soon as you heard the first who, you knew it was Cassie.
Oh, for crying out loud, Cassie, could you get off my head and return to your form? It's quite rude.
Maury, would you like to explain your character, please?
My name is Cassie. Of course, I change forms. I like to annoy Soul a little bit. I turn into an owl. I like to rest on his head. That's what I do. I'm the druid. I change forms.
I love the accent. Okay. With that, to explain a little bit more to you guys,
This is why Soul drinks whiskey.
you guys ended up doing, some jobs around Grimwell. For instance, Cassie ended up helping out the baker. Some you new people ended up doing some bigger jobs, and it kind of attracted the attention of the Ravenswood family as well as Thad. With that, they decided that they need you on this big exploration and promised you a lot of gold for it. I mean, a lot of gold. They told you to meet over at the Wet Cauldron, and or pretty much they're gonna have a carriage come pick you guys up and take you to Ravenswood Manor. That way you could close the deal with the head of the Ravenswood family. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to roleplay. I need to grab a drink.
All I'm going to tell you is that this whiskey smells amazing.
Oh.
For crying out loud, Cassie, get off my head for the final time. I need to go get some more whiskey from the bar. It is delicious.
You let
I
the
mean,
weird
you could
owl
walk
in
over
here.
there with Cassie on your head.
You're what?
You could just walk over there with Cassie on your head.
I say, sir, are you going to sit on the surface of the bar the entire time, or are you going to grab a seat like the rest of us civilized folk?
Can owls
Talking to
talk?
me.
They can't talk, can they?
Well, the one transformed on the head, no. But I can. I am an owl, in fact.
Oh, yes. Okay. I light the little fire in my hand and kind of just casually walk towards the owl's tail. Just slowly singeing the hairs on the feathers on the tail.
Which one? The one on the head or mine?
On the head.
Oh.
Just a
I
little,
douse
just a
the
little
flame
fire,
with
just a little
little bit
singe, just
I
a
douse the-
little on the feathers.
I go
Say
ahead
the
and douse
Ravens
the
would
water.
definitely know how to pick them.
Well, anyways.
Fly
I'm
off to a side room away from the firebug.
It's an owl flutter up to the bar. Take a seat next to this interesting, peculiar-looking human. We see red scales covering part of his body, and be like, "Well, can I get you a drink?"
Do I have red scales on my body? I don't think I do. Do I?
Yes, you do, because you have draconic
Yes.
bloodline.
Oh, would have been good to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a great thing about draconic bloodline sorcerers is you inherit some traits of.
I'm still learning
um,
my character because we just
yeah.
did some changes to it. So,
Yeah.
When did you hit your head there?
Yeah. So basically,
a while
like,
ago.
yeah.
I just say, yes, a whiskey, as I just kind of float a fireball between my fingers.
All right. I'll motion over to the bartender and be like, 2 whiskeys, please.
Coming right up.
Barkeep, you can make that 3, in fact.
Has anybody seen
Alright.
who we're waiting for
You
yet?
can throw it on my tab. I have one running with the owner.
Make that 4.
Oh,
Make it
I'll
5.
take 2 then, please.
All
Okay.
right, buying a whole round for the whole house. I see. You just hear. Boom.
I walk back in from the side room, back as my regular form,
Oh.
and I just kind of glare at Lore.
And the barkeep
Destroy
starts.
half of the liquor.
Yeah.
The barkeep starts. All right, here you all are. Yup.
I
Let's
just look
look
at
over.
Cassie and just
Like,
casually wave with the
eating-
flame still in my hand.
You see,
Side.
that other one over there, she can turn into much more than an owl, you know.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not worried about Cassie. I just like to burn things, so feathers light nicely.
You guys
Okay,
hear
to try
As
that
he
fire?
finishes the statement, I would like to dump my cup on top of Lore.
Shit.
Waste
Lord,
of a
you're covered in
fine-
whiskey.
And that is for messing with Cassie.
All of a sudden, you guys hear a very familiar voice. Hey, guys!
Oh.
Dad,
Oh, fuck.
Dad, why are you here? Why are you here? You keep bothering me. Stop following me.
Well,
I
Cassie, if
turned
you
into an owl to escape from you.
listen, if you would have gave me the free sandwiches that I'd requested for the past months, I wouldn't be bothering you. But like I told
They
you
come
guys,
out of my paycheck, Dad. They come out of my paycheck. You cannot have free sandwiches. I'm sorry.
I'm working on paying you back. I mean, this is what this job is for. Now, if you guys would come
You
along,
still owe me for the first 3.
Without turning around, I will just say Thaddeus, and I'll hold up the ledger that I had given him a copy of previously.
so I promise you, it's gonna you're gonna get your pay, okay? I promise. Listen. I've never led
Hey,
you guys
Lord.
astray. Only led you to death 4 times.
Hey, Lore. You know
Yes.
the one you should set on fire? It's this dipshit, Mr. Thaddeus.
That's I
Okay.
resent
I
that.
turn around and light up both hands and start walking towards him.
If you kill me, you get no pay.
I'm new, so I don't get paid anyway, so
Dad,
this
what
really
are you
doesn't
doing
hurt
this
me.
time?
I will look over the other owl and be like, these buffoons, they are just very
DM, is Shelby currently sitting on a wooden stool?
No, she got off the wooden stool.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
With that, Thad starts backing out and goes, "Would you guys just get in the damn carriage?" He walks
yes.
outside, and all you guys see is this like very tiny carriage that doesn't look like it's gonna hold anybody.
Ugh.
That fit me.
Are we all going
Dad, do I have to turn into an owl again in order to get there?
How do we expect to fit
deck
in there
that.
when we have one behemoth over here sitting on top of the bar?
Just climb in. There's more room inside. I promise. He opens up the door for you guys.
Is there a seat on the back?
There's multiple seats. Have a look.
I will finish my glass and then I'll exit and be like, and I'll look over to the Saint Sandford and be like, well, we could always just fly along.
Indeed, we can.
I'm
I'll
gonna
finish my
wild
glass,
shape back into
head
an
towards the
owl
door.
and rest atop the carriage. Because I do not want to sit next to Thad.
I'll return the favor and sit on her head.
That would kill me.
I'm kidding. I don't do that, but
Please.
but I do go to the top of the carriage.
As a lot of you guys start climbing, and for who that decide to trust that and get inside, as you start climbing in, you notice that it's not as small. It looks like it's very, very large on the inside. Will definitely hold more than 14 to 15 people.
Okay, I reluctantly get into the stupid carriage.
See, told you it was bigger on the inside.
I take a perch upon the top.
Thaddeus
Yes,
looks at.
I can't fit through the doorway.
Hey, DM,
I'll just shove your big ass in there. Yes.
permission to punch Thaddeus. To knock him the F out.
Denied.
Darn.
Okay. As you guys start climbing in, he eventually wedges Rooks inside. Oh my god! He slams the door and gets on top of the first half of the carriage. Turns around, starts climbing up, and goes, "Are you guys safe up there? Are you guys gonna be okay?"
I'm just gonna cast mirror image and put 2 of us side by side, so Cassie and Shelby don't know which one is the real me.
We're already off to this. Okay. Oh my lord! I got the D100. Um.
Sure, I can assure you that I am safe as ever.
Okay, it's gonna be a bit of a bumpy ride, but okay. He sits down, and all you hear is the as you guys start parading through Grimwell. As you guys start heading towards the outer gate, you see two city guards standing there. One of them notices Soul and remembers Soul from the Grim Grinning Festival. Grim Grinning Ghost Festival, sorry. And he goes ahead and lets the carriage pass on through as it starts heading up into the woods and eventually leading you guys to this very large manor. Very large, I would say more than... Huh?
Oh, nothing. I was one of the things just
Oh,
appeared on my
okay.
screen.
Okay.
Your reputation precedes you, sir.
More than 40 acres of land that it sits on.
Or did I make it too small?
What?
Oh, whatever.
As you guys start getting closer, you notice that the big iron gates have a giant R at the top of it as they swing open, and the carriage kind of comes around, stopping you guys right outside of the Ravenswood door. Dad climbs down, opens up the door, and goes, "Okay, guys, time to come on out. Let's go. Time is money, guys."
I hop out and
As
just go
my
on my
little,
way.
as a little owl, I peek over the edge and I just kind of glare at Thad.
Sandwiches.
I just jump out of the carriage and kind of scratch Cassie on the side and just keep walking.
What time of the day is it again?
By this time, it's about 8:30 in the morning.
Early morning.
Yeah.
Oh, in the morning. Okay.
Well, how about that? We started off our day with a glass of whiskey. I approve.
Right.
This is off to a wonderful start, yeah.
We see any guards or anything around, or anybody else around?
Not any guards, but the two doors in the front of the manor swing open, and you see a handsome gentleman standing there. Looks more of like a house manager, kind of butler type. He looks at you, goes, peculiar part. Huh. If you would please follow me to the parlor room, Lord Ravenswood will be. So do you guys? What do you guys do?
I get out of my owl form.
Yeah.
And I kind of look around the room and just kind of eyeing like the paintings and whatever's on the wall. Trying to figure out if anything looks familiar.
Growing very fond of tiny owl flying around.
Well,
Cassie,
I'm glad you like when I'm a little owl.
Cassie, give me an insight check.
Oh no.
Well,
oh no.
Oh no.
It's a mansion.
That was the first crit fail.
That was the first critical fail. She rolled a 1.
But I will.
Two would like to check things out.
Do what?
I too would like to take a look around.
Give me an insight check.
Well, as I do that, I want to waddle up to St. Sanford and go. Man, we saw connections to the boss of the bar.
17.
Whiskey is mighty fine.
17. You seem weary at first considering what happened in the last mansion you guys went into. But you look around and this is a high dollar mansion. It's very put well together. You've never been in here before. Nothing
Holy
creeps
shit,
you out.
guys. This is so fancy compared to what I know.
Whiskey
Shelby.
tastes even better when it was free.
This mansion does not look as creepy as the last one.
I agree.
I think it's a little bit better.
It looks
Well,
happy compared to the last one.
So I want you to remember the Ravenswoods basically runs the whole town.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh.
I would expect it to be a top dollar all the way around.
Oh, it surely is.
It's more
Cassius
than
and
just
I
top
go way
dollar.
back.
So
I
I'm
mean,
going
I've
to pick
turned
you up.
down nicer houses than this, so this does not impress me.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
Ooh.
I'm going to pick up
Following
Saul,
me as he
whether he likes it or not.
snaps his fingers, and you see all the lights into the hallway flicker on. All the candles are lit, leading you guys to the study. You guys get to the study, and this room is massive. There's a giant oak wood desk, almost like a private library everywhere. The butler looks at you guys and goes, "Please enjoy some complimentary drinks until the Ravenswood enters."
Sir, I cannot appreciate your hospitality enough.
And I'm gonna let
Wait.
you guys roleplay real quick. I'm getting a phone call.
Okay.
Um,
Before we take any drinks, we should check out the drinks to make sure nothing's poisoned.
I'm not going to drink anything. I'm going to wander around the room looking at all the books and
You
any
see all of these
newspapers on
books
the desk.
about animals.
I do definitely think that one whiskey is enough for the morning.
Yes,
Perhaps
this
in a
early.
couple hours.
I
Did
just
you see all
casually
of
walk
these
around
books?
looking
Is
at
it
the
more
books as
whiskey?
well.
Is
Just
it more
checking out
whiskey, or
everything.
is it like water or
So how
juice
tall is Rooks,
or
by the way?
punch?
Roughly how tall?
Brooks is roughly 7 foot.
Oh,
A beast of a man.
I will look. I will walk over to you as well, and I will look up. And I'm assuming I barely meet you. I probably barely. I'll reach up to your knees, and I look up at you and go, "Huh. Well, I am so gut aufsteigen, and I will attempt to shake your hand. Probably not working."
I came back
I just
right at the
thought-
right time.
If that does not work, I will use my the wings, since they're out in race, they are separate from the arms. I will fly up just a little bit, just a few feet. That way I can shake your hand proper.
My fine sir, how about I come down to your size? And I
Does
shift.
any of the books stand out to us?
They're
I
mostly
I'll
memoirs.
shape into an owl.
You will shape into an owl as well, okay.
Oh my god! Welcome to
Yeah.
I'm quietly scanning the desktop for any important documents or loose papers around. hinting-
You do see a small map, as marked the Southern Isles, and I can show you guys said map real quick, and as the chat as well. Pull it up. Boom. Pull it up for you. You kind of look at the document, and you see the three islands. I'm still working on pulling it up for you guys. I apologize. Boom. Okay. So you see this on the map, but as you go to touch it, you notice that it activates its magic, releasing what looks like to be a holographic map circling now the room, and you see the three islands.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting
Do you see any
in
marks on the map?
no. You hear interesting indeed as you see a older gentleman walk in by the name of Caius Ravenswood, the owner of, well, multiple things. Caius Ravenswood.
Is that really you?
What?
I fly on the top shelf, just observe.
Caius, you old chum, how are you? How have you been?
Ah, Sanford, it's been so long. Only a few weeks, but it feels like eternity for me. He comes over and he goes, "How are you, little friend?"
Reach out and shake his hand.
Yep, he shakes your hand. He goes, "Ah, I see you got approved for this job, huh?"
I've heard of his
Yes,
name before.
it was surprise to me indeed, but I assure you I will not let you or the family down in this.
Good. My son Henry is waiting for you all over at the Southern Isles. So, time is of the money. As he pulls out his chair and sits down, touches the map and unactivates it, He goes, so, my son has already left yesterday morning. Should be halfway there by now. I assume you all got the letters telling you to meet here, or come to here. Thaddeus, good job. You got it, Mr. Ravenswood. He goes, but now you're excused. And Caius snaps his fingers, and you just see the doors open up, and Thad's kind of sucked out, and the doors are slammed. All you hear from Thad is, "What the motherfucker?"
Is that just one way to get rid of the flea?
Oh, it is. It is indeed. If
Thank you
so,
so much for getting rid of him.
oh, it was no problem. I just need him to get you guys here. With that said, I am offering each of you 15,000 gold to explore these islands. You see,
a tempting offer indeed.
it is
15,000 gold. Are you sure?
15,000 a piece.
At least.
Yes.
Are you sure?
My good sir,
this
there's
okay?
never anything too good to be true. What is the catch here?
Catch is, I need you to explore every inch of this, or these islands. You see, there's a precious ore that we are wanting to collect. I do not have a specific name for it yet, but we know it's 10 times harder than iron, and a lot harder than steel.
And these islands are completely uncharted. No one's set foot on them before.
No one has ever seen them. In my last 40 years, every time I've ever explored the world, I've never seen these islands. Like they've vanished out of thin air.
Insight
Wait,
check.
wait,
Indeed,
wait,
he's
wait,
telling
wait.
the truth.
Yeah, go ahead and go for the insight check.
You mean an island just kind of disappeared? How do the islands just disappear? That does not sound like it's even possible.
Not disappeared,
What
but
if it's
appeared.
protected by like an invisible shield that not an invisible shield, but a shield that makes the islands invisible?
I would like to get in on that insight check.
Okay, go for it. 7, it is... Yeah,
Oh.
he's telling the truth.
+2 for insight, isn't it?
I believe so. Is that what your character sheet says?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't do any better than he did.
No?
Mhm.
Okay.
Nope.
To your knowledge, he's telling you the truth. He looks at you and goes, yes, I don't know how, I don't know when, but these islands are fairly new. I just need you to do one job, and that's it. Clear it out. Make sure there's no dark entities there. Because like I said, there is a precious ore there, but I want to make sure that we are safe, 100% safe, before I move my team in.
I am new to this group and new in here. What is it that you are not telling us that you would offer us this kind of money to do such a simple job and so
I cannot
many of
agree
us?
more with this gentleman over here, Caius. This
I
seems
also
too
would
good
like
to
to
be
know.
true. This is a large sum of money. What is the danger here?
A large sum of money to a large number of people. There is something we are not being told.
Danger is the unknown. I do not know what lies beyond these islands. I cannot send my men into something and expect them to start mining if something were to happen and take over and destroy everything that I've worked so hard to build.
Now, I have a question though.
Yes.
You mentioned that they were looking for like minerals?
There is a specific mineral, an ore, in the ground.
Is it shiny?
It's
What
shiny.
is the ore called?
That's the thing. There is no name for it. This is a brand new mineral. As soon as we got the sample back, we started doing some tests on it. It contains dark energy, but it also doesn't want to break down at all. We've tried
Do you
smithing
have a
it.
sample of this ore on your person?
I do. He scoots his chair back, opens up a drawer, and takes out this very long shard of metal. It's purple in nature. It's very translucent. And he puts it on the desk. As soon as he puts it on the desk, you just hear the doom. He goes, "It is definitely something dark energy, but can't make it out otherwise."
Cast detect magic on it.
Tech magic? Okay. It is not magical.
Huh.
Can we take
Interesting
a
indeed,
piece of it
Caius.
with us so we know what we're looking for?
The thing is, I can't break it down. I've tried everything. I've tried mithril. I've tried iron. I've tried diamond. Nothing will break it.
Well, can we take it with us?
No, no, no. This is the only sample that I have.
Can I do an
Can
investigation
we do a
check on it?
history check on it?
Oh, what? Okay. What? Hold up. I heard investigation and history. Go ahead and do
Yeah,
your
I
rules.
want to do an investigation check on it, but I only rolled a 6.
Um,
Can I do both?
one or the other.
Investigation and okay. Which one do you want me to do?
It
'Cause I
does.
can do it.
Player's choice.
Got a 21
On history?
with my bonus. Yeah, I have a +5 bonus.
You, even through your books, you've never seen or heard of an ore that's stronger than mithril. You've only heard that mithril is the strongest ore.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever this ore is, it's definitely not mithril.
Can I do another history check on the 3 islands?
You can try.
Caius, my good
God.
sir, this is intriguing to say the least. but
I
on a
unfortunately got
scale of
an
this
11.
size, I feel like we
Really, how
might
big
do
is the
something
beast?
in advance to protect our interests in this.
There's a whole
Something
other
to make sure that
that's
what are we
already there
getting
or on
beforehand?
its way. There's nothing that I can give you. Wait. I can give you this. He opens up a drawer and pulls out a scroll. He goes, I can give you property. And he slams it down onto the table. Says your entire group will get this deed to a manor that's across the way.
How big is the
Simply
manor?
accepting the
How
job.
many rooms? And what is the condition?
Well, that's the thing. I think you're pretty familiar with manor.
Oh god.
He's offering you the
Oh, please,
deed to
please say
Midnight
it's not.
Manor.
Whoops.
Oh, but that place is so creepy.
It
I
was.
don't like that place.
That's the thing,
I
though.
will
It
gladly
was.
take it.
What you guys did to that place was pretty much purify it of that dark magic.
I've never seen this manor. Can someone fill me in? Is this
It's so
worth-
creepy. It's so very creepy.
Yes,
But
me
we
as
also
well. I've
haven't
never
seen
seen
it
this
since we
manor,
left.
and I would like to know more.
Of course, Law, you're supposed to join us, but unfortunately, you
Well-
are feeling well. This manor, what is it? Midnight Manor?
Yes.
Right. It was this manor sounds away. So it was cursed and all these things. Sad actually died there, but apparently it came back to life. It was very interesting.
Because that
When-
himself is creepy.
No, but
I
when
can
we,
still hear you.
but when
You're
we
creepy.
as we left the place, it seemed to all the gravestones, the dying trees, all of this, seemed to come back to life as the gravestones vanished. It was weird.
Can we take Thaddeus with us? And if we run into danger or need to just
We
like
throw
throw
him at
something
their
at
head,
something,
the enemies that we meet.
and like as a distraction, can he be the distraction?
I have
the
to agree
enemies,
with her.
we have to run.
Bringing a liaison for our party and yourself seems to be a wise idea.
So I could make that happen. He snaps his fingers again. The doors come wide open as Thad gets tossed back into the room. He leans up. He looks around and goes, "Oh, please. Sir, please quit doing that."
Sir, can I borrow a sewing kit
A sewing kit? For what?
to sew Thad's mouth shut?
I call what? Listen.
I can do that. I can just burn it shut.
If it wasn't for
Everyone, please. I
please.
feel like we are derailing this meeting.
Yes, kind of are, yes.
I am here just to find myself in my strength. So the amount of money does not matter to me. So I am here to do a job, and that is to find myself while having some fun lighting as much stuff on fire as I can.
How
So-
familiar?
indeed.
I have a question. I'm sure it'll make me roll for it. How familiar would Soul be with the essence, or not necessarily essence of, but with the red dragon kind And then, in addition to that, the essence of fire, given the
I am still new and just have woken up just recently from an injury, and I'm still learning about myself again, and I'm not sure what I am capable of or where exactly I come from. And waking up to see these red scales on myself was an awakening that I was not expecting. And to not know where or what these have come from is still new to me and still working through it, I guess you could say. So any insight that anybody has to my kind or my history is always appreciated.
Sir, I have no insight as to you or your kind, but I can say a change of the feathers or a change of the skin, so to speak, is something that you get used to rather quickly.
I may know some history on your kind. I assume I have to roll for this.
Mm-hmm. History
Yeah,
check.
that's also what I was asking for too.
Yep.
How much I might know about specifically the red
12.
dragons.
You know that there are certain bloodlines that have crossed paths with dragons. Uh, 12. Okay, but you're not really familiar which kinds of dragons.
It's a 14 for me.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing.
Oh, look over at him. Well, it seems you also have any interest in the flame. Perhaps we might be able to get along. And I will produce a little bit of fire myself.
We will see what we can come up with together.
So I take it you are taking this job then?
Douse you in water.
Caius, my good sir, let me be frank. I have recently found myself with empty pockets and an adventure on hand. I want nothing more to accept this offer, and I believe most of the party does as well. However, need to know how are we getting there and what sort of provisions we are being provided with in order to obtain this goal.
There will be multiple packs waiting for you on the ship. My ship, one that that Dragonborn over there is pretty familiar with, the Orion. You will be taking the Orion on a 2-day journey to these isles. Provisions are provided for the 2-day journey, and if not more, depending on how fast we can get the Wellerman there. After that, we'll have equipment that's already been sent. My son Henry. Henry really needs this ore, and I need him to really get. You already know that I'm not going to be around much longer, and Henry is my last son, still alive.
Oh, please.
Now, Mr. Ravenwood,
Yes.
is it that piece of ore that you have?
Mm-hmm.
May I see it?
He picks it up and hands it to you, but as soon as he hands it to you, it feels like lead in your hands. It's dense and heavy. Even to a Goliath, it feels heavy, which is not something that Goliaths are used to hearing. Are you all right?
Dense. I'm using all my strength. Nothing.
He reaches out and takes it back out of your hands and sets it back onto his desk.
Now, may I trouble you for a shard of that?
That's the thing. We can't break
if
this.
I'm able.
If you're able, I don't know what you're going to use.
Mold earth. Just try to get a shard.
The thrill's not going to cut it. I don't think a piece of the earth will either.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, if I can bend a piece off.
You could certainly
try to punch it.
What should I roll for on that, Billy?
Hold on.
No, now this is a cantrip, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Go ahead and cast it. Give me a, I want to say Arcana with it. Let's do an Arcana check with it.
13.
So you see pieces of earth picking it up and starts to try to bend it, and as it goes, the rock that's holding it starts crumbling off as you're trying to reform it back onto there. It just doesn't want to seem to bend.
Does any of us feel like a bond with the dark magic on it?
That's the thing, there is no magic on it.
Now, the only question that I have is, can I have this book? It has a lot of animals in it, and I really need it for study.
Ah, yes, that was when I was hunting a lot of wildlife.
That is perfect. Thank you. You are just so kind.
Can I
I do an
perform?
investigation check to see if there's any books on dragons or anything like that in the study.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check first.
Perception. How do you do roles dedicated to something?
You click on the perception on your character sheet.
A little plus or minus over there, I think.
Yeah. Click the modifier.
All right. So you said perception?
Yeah.
23.
Nice.
Wasn't that 20?
Yeah, it wasn't that 20. You definitely do find a book on dragons, and now,
Mr. Ravenswood, may I trouble you to borrow this book that I will bring back to you once I study some more of the history inside this?
oh no, take it. It's a good read. You'll enjoy it on your 2-day journey. But since you've accepted this job, it's time to board the Orion.
Quickly before I leave,
Yes.
I'm not sorry, I'm not actually speaking to Caius. I'm just speaking to you.
Yeah.
I would like to scan the desk for anything paperwork wise that has Caius's name or signature on it or anything like that.
It was actually the map that you
It was
found.
just the map.
Yeah.
That's the only thing on the desk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
before we leave, can I perform shocking grasp on the shard?
On the shard,
Mm-hmm.
you can certainly try.
Which one do I click? The hit DC or effect?
I need
Inanimate
you.
object.
I need you. You can just. You just do it.
Okay.
So you do it, and what's your armor class?
13.
A 15 will hit you. You perform shock and grasp upon it, and you see this purple lightning that flashes back at you, dealing 9 damage.
Good God, woman.
Well, shit.
Shelby, are you okay?
The first thought that you have was this crazy looking ore is to electrocute it with your hand.
This is an
I just lean
unknown
on my quarter staff and laugh.
land.
So, to be fair, last time we had to pick up crystals, Shelby just grabbed them.
Ah,
This is true.
yes.
I can see this is going to be an interesting trip.
Interesting indeed.
I do
I would
believe
like
that we
to-
should. Sorry, go on.
I would
Well,
like to
Ravenswood,
sneak
let us
around
Go ahead.
behind Lore and just make his the little pouch where he holds all of his money, just make it invisible.
Okay.
And can I do a passive perception on that to see if I feel that happening?
What's your passive perception?
12.
Ah.
So, slide a hand against perception check.
Yeah. Okay. I need you to Maury. I need you to do, or Cassie. I need you to do a sleight of hand check.
By the way, do I have any
11.
gold on my person to begin with?
He sees you do it, and he's not very happy. Do what now?
I was asking if I had any gold to start with. When we were working on my inventory, we never got to that
Oh,
part.
I'm sorry. 10 gold.
Oh.
Well, I do believe that we should set out before we waste any more time. And cause a scene.
Caius,
of
my
you-
sir, my good sir, I believe that we are agreeing to your terms.
Good. So with this, then he pulls out a contract. He goes, "I am going to require you all to sign this as a deal that each of you will receive 15,000 gold pieces, as well as deed to Midnight Manor." Sorry, I was thinking of a different campaign.
Before signing, I would like to investigate the document.
Make sure
Okay.
everything is in order. I do agree.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am
15.
fine with being paid what
15.
you want us to pay, but could you instead maybe pay me 1,400 gold instead? And I will just take this book as part of my payment.
You're going to pay over 13,000 gold for the book.
No. I misspoke.
You could probably get that book at the local store for like a silver.
But I want the book. I really want the book.
I just giggle,
I'm
just kind of
saying,
laugh to
so
myself.
You're
walk
going
in,
to
sign the
sacrifice
contract and walk outside.
thousands of gold for a book that you could probably get
Okay.
for a silver.
14,000. 14,000.
Caius, my good man, may I please have this book?
Yes, keep the books.
Thank you, sir.
15 on the document. You start reading it through, and you do see the legal terms. That the Ravenswood Incorporated is not responsible for any potential death, darkness, and or disembowelment that may happen on your expedition. It does say that you
Things are
will
basis.
each receive 15,000 gold pieces, as well as the deed.
No additional strings attached. I signed the document.
Once I've signed it,
walk
I
up
just
and-
walk outside and just kind of
Before
lean
I
on my
sign
staff
it.
and start reading my book that I had grabbed from inside.
Okay, go ahead and roll a history check, and or I'm sorry, not a history check. Dang it. Um, insight check, and yes, Shelby.
Before I sign it, are you going to send us food and potions and things so we can heal while we are on this expedition?
Oh, I
Consistently.
believe you are. Well, yes, food is provided. It's part of the provisions. Potions, as that sort of thing goes. I believe there is a certain robot or automaton that you know of. He is with my son Henry, and Horace is with him as well, and they are heading there now. And yes, I believe he will be able to give potions as needed, of course.
I'm sorry, did you say the robot's name was Cause?
No, you don't know the robot's name yet.
Okay.
Horace is is a different person.
Oh.
One more thing.
Yes.
Do we have basic items?
You should.
You should.
Because my character doesn't have them.
Didn't we go over this that you should be talking to him before we
I
started about
did, and
getting
he
that?
said he would talk to me, and it didn't happen yet.
Did you check your inventory?
We can take
She,
your time.
she doesn't have her backpack.
Add a backpack.
You left it at the end.
Anything else?
Explorer's pack.
Yeah. Basically go into your character
equipment.
creation and only add that one piece of equipment.
Yes. Nothing more. Okay. With
I
that,
had a 5 on my check.
dragons, people,
Pictures!
scales, fire.
Helpful.
So after everyone signs, you guys head back to the carriage, and once you guys get inside, Thad starts taking you guys through the city, back into the city, heading towards the docks to get onto the Orion. It goes uneventful. As you see Grimwell, you notice people are kind of looking at the carriage. Some of them are trying to get a peek on inside of, like, where is Mr. Ravenswood going? What's going on? Are we in trouble? Are they abandoning us? And eventually you reach the docks where the doors finally open and you're greeted by this massive ship that is decorated in all sorts of different types of metals, including golds and irons and silvers.
A beautiful ship indeed.
And as you guys start boarding the ship, you notice at the helm you see a red dragonborn by the name of Captain Core.
I've never been on a boat before.
You hear, "This ain't no boat, this is a ship."
Well,
This
I
is
have
a
never been on a
fine
ship
ship.
before.
Ship is just a large boat. Same thing.
I beg to differ. As Captain Core comes down the stairs to greet you guys onto the ship, she looks at all of you and goes, "Huh. Okay, so this is the team. Right. I love how Bados is joining them instead of doing her duty on my ship, but hey, that's perfectly fine. Whatever Mr. Ravenswood wants, Mr. Ravenswood gets."
I would
just
like
walk
to.
up to Captain Core and just
I needed
extend
the
the
extra
hand and
money.
say thank you, Captain, and start walking up onto the ship.
You're what? Red scales, huh?
Yes, I see we have something in common that we may have a chance to discuss on our voyage.
Oh. Well, maybe we would, yeah.
And just kind of wink and keep walking up onto the ship.
Permission to board, Captain.
Permission granted.
Little shortness. I will walk up and just snap him a salute and give him a nod and be on my way up the ship. And
She salutes you
'cause-
back as your little legs are.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tippy tap. Tippy
The
tap.
tail or no tail?
Tail.
I will take flight up to the ship so I can catch up to Law, and then as I just pass by him, go keep your fire at bay.
Yes, I know well enough not to burn our mode of transportation. I am not fire crazy. I just enjoy the comfort of the flames and the comfort they give me when I feel the heat. And I just kind of keep walking.
Mm,
I'm quiet the whole
Oh,
time, but then I
a
look up and
Hey,
go,
wise,
Mr.
"Ooh."
Depresso.
wise statement indeed.
What'd you say, Bados?
So I seem to be quiet, but then I look up and go, ooh, woo. Because he likes to feel the fire between his fingers.
Oh my dear lord!
The first uwu of the campaign! Oh, this is great.
Hans first.
Okay. As you guys climb upon Dragonborn Roar Uwu?
So I'm human with red scales, right? Like I'm not half dragonborn with a tail and claws or nothing like that. Like I'm human, right?
Correct. You have like patches of like red scales that
Patches
resembles Dragonborn, and your eyes are split in the center, just like a dragon's would be.
Yeah, I have like the reptilian style eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. As you climb aboard, the captain yells out, "Finish with that, men, and then we set sail." You see them loading up a lot of like different types of foods that is going down, and a lot of other different kinds of cargo. You do see a couple crates that says "warning explosives," as they get lowered down and sealed down below. After about maybe 20 or 30 minutes, the ship undocks and leaves Elisia behind, heading southbound to the Southern Isle.
I'll make a mental note to avoid those barrels.
I want to
Thaddeus,
know what's in
do
the
you care to see
barrels
if we
to
can find a
steal
drink
some.
on this here ship?
Are we sure this is a safe mode of transportation? I've never been on a ship before, so I don't know. Like, will it sink?
Oh no, the Orion. She's built to last.
As long as
Reinfor-
it's a little fire happy.
well, the fire is for the islands.
It says this about another ship before it met its fate to some ice.
See, you
Do
are a
I have a
druid,
room
correct?
on this boat since I used to work on it?
Yeah, you're very familiar with it. But Os, you became eventually the second in command and the quartermaster for this ship. So even with the low tier crew scrubs, they even like present you with honor and stuff like that, and make sure stuff is even up to your standards as well, considering that you used to work on the Orion.
Question, Captain.
Yes.
What kind of explosives are in those boxes?
Oh, those.
I just kind of giggle as that question is asked.
Well, they're the kind that demolishes stuff when lit. Um, yes.
Obviously, but what's in the boxes?
Uh,
What
we
exact kind of explosive?
we don't talk about that. We don't ask or inquire what cargo we are hauling. We just haul it.
Can we
And I
keep the
just walk
fire happy
over
man
and
away?
casually pop open one of the barrels.
Please, for
Uh,
the love of God,
Please.
someone get the fire happy
you
man
can't.
away
It's
from
locked down under the decks.
Even if they could, I would just walk away.
I don't have fire out at the moment. I am not.
Oh.
I am not a walking fireball here.
Not you.
Can we group up without
And as
the
I say
captain
that, I
able to
light
hear
3
us?
little fireballs in my fingers and spin them like a fidget spinner.
I look at Laura and go, please, while I'm on this ship, it is best such explosives stay locked up. Not because of you, but there are
Well-
others with fire affinity.
I have
Um,
flashes of memories, and let's just say that I would not be surprised if they are locked up because of me. And I just walk away.
This poor soul, it is not he.
Dad walks over and goes, "Gee, he's fucking sunshine."
Indeed.
I just
Hey,
pluck a
Billy.
feather and stuff it down Thad's shirt and call him I'm just going to call him an
Yes.
Einsteller and also walk away.
I'm gonna do an investigation for pests, per se,
For what?
like rats.
Oh, rats. You don't seem to find anything about rats being on board. The ship is, very clean. It's very up to date. It doesn't seem to have a rat problem.
I leave the top of the boat and go down to the corridors to get a glass of wine.
Yes,
Yes.
I'd like to follow her as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what of the feathered on that shirt?
What?
I'm just gonna kind of casually walk over towards by where the captain is and just kind of sit in that area and read my book.
Still
You
waiting to find out what happens to Thad with my feather.
you end you end up walking up the stairs, Lore, and there's a couple flights of stairs before you get up to the helm. So you end up walking up those, and you find a bench, kind of catty-cornered to where Captain Core is navigating the ship. You end up plotting down and opening up your book, and you start reading through a few pages. Go ahead and give me a history roll. While you're doing a history roll, we're gonna go ahead and go down underneath to see what everyone's doing down below.
Oh, 4.
Cassie's
Denise can't
hiding
fit
in
our
a corner.
drinks to the, to get a drink.
Okay,
Did-
people.
did
Okay.
Thad not respond to my feather.
Oh,
Is Cassie still an owl or her natural form?
I'm back to normal.
do what, Melon?
Oh, it was before when Laura walked away, I took one of my feathers and shoved it down Thad's shirt,
Okay, no worries. All you hear is
but it got lost.
it got lost.
Well, no, like what I had said got lost.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, you end up doing that, and after a few seconds, see that go. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! You just see him start taking off running, like something is the matter. Like his butt is on fire. He ends up finding a bucket of drinking water and just throws his butt into the drinking water. All you hear is a psst.
And I say under my breath, it is not his fire that is the problem here.
Is he down below with the rest of us?
Who, Thad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is everything. Oh.
Why was your butt on fire?
I don't know. He reaches in his back of his pants and he pulls out one of Soul's feathers.
What did you do?
I want to walk over and help pick him up out of the bucket of water.
You think I
Man, are you okay?
It is not my fault that I happened to shed a feather at the wrong time.
But how did it get into his pocket?
So
That
please
is the
be very
mystery.
careful with that feathers.
Maybe you should be picking up after yourself.
Well, who's to say that Sad's hands weren't his own for a moment?
When I'm picking up Thaddeus from the bucket of water, can I pick his pocket?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, I need to turn on hardware acceleration. The slowest die roll in the
You can always disable the dice.
Can you?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
new to
you
me.
can-
So
first
anyone
sheet on
didn't
the-
know, this is my first time. So I'm
first part of the character creation can turn on and off the digital dice.
Yeah, you end up, as you're helping him up and out, you start like grabbing garments nearby, trying to help him dry off, and you reach into his pocket and you pull out 11 pieces of gold and a few breadcrumbs.
there now. Dry off.
See, at least one of you guys are nice to me.
I believe we can grab a glass of wine somewhere around here. Would you care to join me and the rest?
Yeah, absolutely. I love drinking. People say I have a
See this
problem.
happen.
Do what?
We see this happen. What he did.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
If you do, I give you a coy wink.
Do you need me to roll a perception check for it?
Yes, roll a perception check for it.
Oh yes, that is a 19.
Yeah, you saw him do it.
I'd like to just give
Yes.
him a wink.
Can we
Or chuckle
repeat
to
what just
myself,
happened?
nod.
Because I was dealing with stuff.
So pretty much a feather got stuck or placed into Thad's butt. He didn't notice it. His butt catch on fire, and he ran into a bucket, and all you heard was psst. So Sanford decided to take it upon himself to help him out of the bucket, pickpocketed him for 11 gold and a few breadcrumbs, and yeah, that was pretty much it.
And I was fortunate
That's
enough to watch
amazing.
the whole thing unfold.
Oh yeah, and Soul watched everything. Like Soul knows, like, you just stole money out of Thad's pocket.
Also, I might say the bottle of whiskey I got for tonight. Oh my god, this plus the Dr. Pepper and cream soda is so much better than the other bottle.
Not sponsored.
This might be 123 proof, but fuck, it's good.
Is it a local thing?
Yeah, it's from the Devil's River Distillery in San Antonio.
So after a few hours at sea, you guys are drinking, having a good time. You start hearing singing up above deck. They can't quite make it out. The lore, you're kind of just like, if they please stop singing, I could concentrate on my reading. During you rolled that 4. Human, uwu. Dragon, uwu. Dragonborn, uwu. That's all you got. And yes, uwu refers to something else as well.
While I'm standing up or sitting up there, can I walk over to the book just kind of casually to the captain and just turn the book to the captain and say, this is written in common, right? And just turn the book around and show the captain the book.
Yeah, it's written in common.
Okay, just checking. Apparently, I'm struggling to read today. I must not have my sea legs yet, and
Fine.
just kind of casually walk back. And as I'm walking back, I just kind of stop and turn around and look at the captain and say, "You were full-fledged Dragonborn, correct?
I am.
Do you happen to know anything about, let's say, halflings like myself? Have you ever heard anything about our kind or what how I may be born.
Well, I do know that sometimes Dragonborns get entangled with people, and more specifically, sometimes they reproduce, but usually the offspring doesn't survive. It's very rare for it to survive. And if it does survive, I really couldn't tell you.
So I must be special, and I just kind of wink and then walk back to the bench and keep reading my book.
Do I know any of the shipmates on the boats? Because I used to work on it.
Some of them are new, familiar. Some of them are familiar faces. Some of them are not. Captain Core, you're used to be very close, or considered pretty close to Captain Core still. Pretty much it. Hey Cassie,
Hmm.
you said you've never been on a ship before, right?
I have never been on a ship, no?
Okay.
I would
Cassie
really
must be
like to
getting
go upstairs.
seasick by now.
I hear them playing music and dancing and having fun. I would really like to join them.
Yeah, you can. As you start making your way up the stairs, can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no.
14.
Oh god.
I'll
Dear
follow
Lord.
up behind her.
Bum, 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 bum.
Does Cassie keep
9.
it down?
You've contracted seasickness.
Mm.
Ugh,
You're not feeling too great once you reach the top of the stairs.
this is terrible. How do people travel like this?
You hear some of the crewmates go by going, just fine like us.
uh, she's entering the same room as Soul, myself, and Thaddeus, correct?
She's on top deck.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah, she went back upstairs to go do the dancing and the singings. But now she's contracted seasickness. She's not feeling too great.
I see Cassie coming up, not feeling well.
You do. You're a lot higher up than she is, but yes, you do.
Oh, this is absolutely terrible. I think I need to sit down somewhere.
You see a couple
Or
of
maybe lay down on the floor.
you just like slowly just like lay down onto the deck and just lay there.
No.
Has any of the shipmates that I recognize already been to the islands?
No. They've never been to the islands.
Did I happen to find a glass of wine?
You found a whole bottle. Or several bottles.
As I'm
No,
sitting
nice.
there drinking from one.
I just one of the crewmates of say, have a nice bottle of nice whiskey.
Mm.
Captain Core, how long is our journey
Fine, Nate.
across the sea? Do you know how long it will take us to get there?
After tonight, we should be there by mid-afternoon tomorrow, depending if we're keeping up with the speed that we're on. And she walks to the back of the back of the ship, looks down, and goes, "Push harder, boys!" and goes back to the helm.
That's what she said.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh my dear lord.
Thaddeus, my good sir, have you been to these isles yet?
These isles? No, I've never really been outside Grimwell City. Well, nope, that's a lie. I went to Midnight Manor. That was technically outside the city. But no, other than that, I really haven't left Grimwell. You know, usually I'm a bard. I play bling, and no, I usually play at the local taverns and stuff, and that's my life.
Indeed.
Can I intimidate
Relax.
Thaddeus to get him to tell the truth?
You can try.
I got a 10.
What are you gonna say?
Damn it, Thaddeus, tell us the truth. I hear that quiver in your voice.
Fine. God, can't even let a man live. Okay, I am a bard. I'm not the greatest bard. I do play in inns. I don't get paid for it, but I steal their ale instead. I try to get help or work for my friends and my associates, but it never works out. Never, every single time. I even tried to throw a party for them 6 months ago, and guess what? We all almost died. Well, technically, I did die, but I'm back alive again because they broke that curse.
Story.
And would
I'm
that
going to
any
need
of
to
that
hear.
have happened had you just not?
And those parties that wishes he would have stayed dead.
Thaddeus just walks back down, back down below deck.
He's
I
not a
just
very
find
good bard.
seeing Cassie in the condition that Cassie's in, I just kind of walk down and look for anything to kind of help make Cassie feel better. Anything I could put under Cassie's head or anything like that, and just kind of walk off.
You do see a couple like sacks of flour. They could
I just
prop underneath her
kind of
head.
slide one under Cassie's head to get Cassie a bit more comfortable, and then just walk off.
Okay, you slid it underneath, but one of her horns got cut and it ripped it back
Oh, jeez.
Why would you do this to me?
open. That's why I had to roll
This
for
isn't
it.
making me feel any better.
Shake my head and keep walking.
What time of day is it?
Is there any rooms on the ship that looks mysterious that there might be something that will help us on the island that we can investigate?
No. And you've
This
already
ship is a piece of shit.
been on the ship though. You've already
It's
know all
still
the ins and outs
early.
of it.
Still early afternoon or mid afternoon?
By now it's been a couple hours. It looks to be about early afternoon. You hear the captain call out to everybody and says, okay, get ready. Coming up to the Guardian. I don't think any of you guys know this, but there's a Guardian. Well, technically 6 sea Guardians. You have to pay a toll in order to leave the area and head to uncharted waters.
You kidding me?
No, these sea guardians are massive, massive creatures. They're pretty much guardians from whatever god rules these seas.
A toll? What kind of toll?
They her riches, mostly precious gems, kind of
They can't
goodwill
have my
to
gems.
whatever god they believe in.
They cannot have my gems. I'm sorry.
Well, if it weren't for the debts that Thaddeus owes me, I would say just give him them. Just give him to them, so it would be a problem. But he owes me too much.
Okay. With that being said, about an hour goes by, and you see Core starting to get kind of leery, kind of not with it, very little bit upset.
I'm back on my bench. I just kind of look at the captain and ask if everything is all right.
No, we should have seen the Sea Guardian a while ago.
By this point, could I have flown up to the crow's nest and just been keeping an eye out?
You do, and give me a perception check.
Perception.
Maybe, Captain, we are safe. Maybe something has drawn it away. Maybe have you ever passed through here before and never not encountered the creature?
When I travel south, usually I run into this guardian sometimes.
Count your blessings, I say.
And it's going to be in 21 total, sir.
You see what looks like a giant landmass out in the distance.
Landmass. Looking upon it, would I infer it to be potentially one of the southern islands, or something else that might just appear to be a landmass?
It looks like a landmass, but it doesn't really resemble land.
Does it move
Can I
at
do
all?
a check since I'm up with the captain, just kind of out over the water, just to see if I see anything, maybe blood in the water or anything out of the ordinary that wouldn't normally be at sea?
Go ahead and give me a roll for it. Perception.
Also,
seeing this, off to what direction is it, and does it appear to be moving at all?
It doesn't appear to be moving, and it is I'd say if you're looking straight from the ship, that would be north. I would say it looks about northwest from you. Not far
15.
northwest, but pretty close. As if you were a few notches to the left, you would run into it.
15
And
for
we're-
me.
15. Okay, you look in the water and you notice that the waters that were nice and calm before are very choppy. You don't see any movement in the water. Other than that, that's pretty much all you see. As the ship keeps going, the person in the cruise nest takes out a spyglass and looks through and goes, "Oh, that's not good." Owlin,
Sir,
go alert the captain that that the Guardian is dead.
said that was a guardian. I was suspicious of that. Of course. And I'll flutter down to the captain. Captain Core, seems
Yes.
we have a bit of a problem here.
Oh?
I'll point over to the direction of this mass and go, apparently this guardian is deceased.
Ceased? Those
Yes, I saw it out there myself, and then your crew member up there with the spyglass looked out and confirmed that apparently it was the guardian, and there's no more, evidently.
That's impossible. There's nothing in this world that could kill that thing.
As Soul and the captain are having this conversation, I kind of turn my head away from them and start talking. How could this happen? Do you know anything about this? But how? It's dead. Do you not know? And I just kind of talk to myself as I just kind of walk back and kind of pace.
Okay.
You said it's been an hour, right? So we've been moving for an hour.
Towards this landmass, yes.
Yeah.
Been about an hour
So-
since she alerted you that you were coming up to the Guardian.
You're gonna be like in a different part of the ship and approach Cassie. Good God, woman, are you sleeping on the floor?
It was the only place that was comfortable because I was really sick.
Do you not know how seasickness works?
No, I've
Lying
never
is
been
the
on a
wor-
ship before.
Lying down is the worst thing you can do unless you're in something that stabilizes oneself, such as hammocks or such. Usually, the best thing to do is get on top of the deck and look at the horizon line. But if you must need rest, find yourself a hammock, someone to lay down, someone that stabilizes with the moving of the ocean.
Well, I didn't see one of those on the deck. It seemed very cold. It felt very good to just
Here,
take a nap.
come with me. I'm gonna take you up to the deck. I'm gonna make you
All
feel
right,
better.
thank you.
Good job.
I'm gonna take her up to the deck to stand and look at the horizon line. Like,
Yeah, you also notice that like back of her head and back is covered in flour.
I'm not gonna mention it at all.
Okay,
Still
I'm
talking
coming
to
up
myself.
to the deck,
Okay.
and I see Cassie
Okay.
covered in flour, just pondering why.
Okay.
I go ahead and Kylie gestured, use my cantrip Gus to blow away the flour that's on her.
Perfect. You cast Gus, and just like that, Cassie has no more flour on her.
Jesus, man, be careful with the people with feathers around. Jeez.
You hear some of the crewmates coughing on flour.
Thank you for that.
Hilarious.
Talking about.
Right, time to roll this one. Okay, so about another hour passes, and you hear a lot of the crew members look over onto the left side. As you look off the ship onto the left side, you see the mass now very up close and personal. And you see the Sea Guardian completely dead. Doesn't look like it was stabbed or anything like that. As you're starting to finally pass past it, it's gonna take a little bit to pass it.
What happened here?
That's what Captain Core goes. That's what I'm saying. These beings, They're not meant to be killed. Even a
No,
god
How?
couldn't
What
kill
would
them.
be able to kill something that large? I don't understand. What could kill that?
Now,
Does it mean there's something even bigger?
How far
I
off
hope
the ship
not.
is this?
About, I'd say about 450 feet away.
Hmm.
Um,
I want to just kind of really look at the I guess skin of it to see what kind of like damage has happened to it, or if there's any like visible signs of large wounds or anything.
that's the thing. There's nothing there. It's your normal skin. Just dead.
Can I do a history check of anything like this happening before ever in history?
Yes, go ahead.
7.
Nope.
Do we detect any magic that was on it?
If you use detect magic.
I don't even remember how to do that, Billy.
There's no magic.
Can I do an Arcana check just to see if I feel any magic or anything in the air or anything off that might be magical?
Yeah, go for it.
20.
Okay, not natural.
No, not natural.
You sense the presence of dark magic being used.
I turn to the captain and in Draconic say, tell the captain what I can feel and what I can sense, that there's dark magic in the air and in the area, and to be wary and to let the crew know that they should be on edge.
She looks back at you and nods, looks to the crew and goes, "Ben, gotta be careful in these waters. We don't know what's out here and we don't know what could kill us. This is new territory for us, so I highly suggest we do not let our guard down."
As this warning to the crew, I would like to make sure that I have my shield on hand at all times.
Now, for a little bit of context, you guys are passing through this. You've now passed through 250 feet of this thing, and you're maybe past its kneecap. These
Can I
guardians.
do another history check?
Yeah, these guardians are about 1,000 feet tall, standing up. They're able to literally walk on water.
As this is going on, I'm going to walk through the ship and finding our group and just kind of letting each one know as I come across them what's going on and what
Okay.
I've sensed.
Okay.
Captain, you said you've never seen one of these creatures killed before, correct?
No, I've run into these creatures many times, but none of them has ever appeared.
Well, pardon me for asking, but might we spin around one time around it? Maybe we can collect something off this beast. Surely anything that we can gather could be worth a fortune in its own, such a creature.
No, we do not touch these.
Ah, alas, a waste.
Yes. Beings. Last person that actually touched one, but that was because he touched a fire one and not a water one. I don't know what happens when you touch a water one, but I'm not bound to find out.
Can't agree more.
So this has never happened before in history, but can I do a history check
Yes.
on searching for if there are any creatures who are strong enough to do something like this?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, that's a good
24.
roll. Very good roll. Your knowledge, there are other beasts that are large and monstrous and huge, but nothing as large as these guardians.
I'm gonna do a history
Nothing
check.
strong
See
enough
if
to kill them.
Nothing strong enough to kill them.
Okay.
These are pretty much
How
like
much-
titans of the sea.
is it Imperium?
Huh?
I'm doing a history check and see if the Imperium. 10.
No.
Okay. So not my gods.
Perplexing situation indeed.
As you continue to pass, another couple hours pass by, and you've reached to where its head is at, and at this point you're hearing a lot of thunder and lightning and
No, I was to go with 750 feet.
Ooh,
Damn, we have a slow ship.
hold up. I'm gonna have to put a pause on this, guys. Jaska, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your community. Hello, everybody. I am DarkManeGaming. I am also the resident DM here. And tonight we are playing some D&D, the first episode, actually. I do appreciate you, Chaska. Happy birthday, Gabe. Hi, Topher. Can we get a shout out for Chaska mods, please? I do appreciate it. I apologize that I'm not really responding to chat a whole lot because I am DM. but just know I am reading your guys' messages. Normally I would play a raid video, but unfortunately I don't have it set up on this one because we are in the middle of a campaign. I do appreciate you, Chaska. Thank you so much. And I will treat your community with the utmost respect that it deserves. Back to the game.
Okay, pause. Just so I know what I'm doing and make sure I'm doing it right. When we
Mhm.
went to do checks, it's D20, correct?
Yes, babe.
All right. Well, I asked if I could do a spell or if I could see if I, detect magic, and you didn't even tell me. I'm trying to ask what I need
Well,
to roll.
do you
No,
have the spell
casting
detect
spell.
magic? If no, then no.
No, she has the spell. But detect
Oh,
magic
yeah.
wouldn't detect it on the body, though.
Yeah, true. But yeah, so detect magic, you would then have to just cast detect magic, and then anything within a certain radius that is magical would then light up.
Right.
And then tell you what school of magic it is. Outside of that, that's all that spell tells you. It just tells you where it is, what school of magic it is. It tells you nothing more.
DM,
Something
I did send
magical,
you a
psychological,
quick
right?
Discord message
Okay.
for a simple yes and no answer, just to not give anything away.
Perfect. Let me read it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Next question. Can we take like a quick 2 to 3 minute break?
I'm down for that.
Yeah, we are coming right up onto that. Let's go ahead and take like a 2-3 minute break. And we'll continue with this. I do not have any screens for that, so I'll just talk to the chat. Hi, guys.
Right. Just poke me and chat one bit.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm good.
Jessica, thank you so much for the raid. I really do. How you guys liking the campaign so far?
That's good.
I know it's kind of like slow moving, but it's also a really large campaign. So it was like,
Well, I heard you say Ravenwood. I'm like, fuck, we're doing the manor thing.
Whisper, thank you for gifting Chaska with a freaking sub. Look at that. Thank you so much, Whisper.
Welcome.
Whisper, how you feeling, bud?
It hurts. It's hard, but I'm doing the best I can.
Good. 9-person party is a lot. How you liking the size? To me, up to 10 is pretty good. Usually I've ran up to 15 people before. So it's definitely not like a smaller group. I'm used to those numbers. When I did it at my local store, I had about 15 to 20 people by the time the end of the campaign was over. So it was it was a big group, but I feel like I handled it pretty well. And for a group of 9, it seems to be pretty good pace for me.
For that question I asked you, is there anything to it? Like anything I need to do for that? Or is it just kind of I roll with it?
I'm messaging you back real quick.
Okay. I just don't want to give that side of it away right away. Kind of have a mystery to it. Just because it's a fun little side thing.
Yeah. All right, I went ahead and messaged you back for you.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Goodness, trying to get back in the game, feel like I'm a loner player. You're fine, hon. You haven't played D&D in a very long time, so for you, it's still fairly new. Plus, you're playing a spellcaster. You've never played a spellcaster before.
There's a lot to playing spellcasters. Like
Oh,
I've
there
been
is.
looking through trying to figure out all my stuff because I know like the changes and stuff we did to it.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to look through everything and figure out what exactly what is what.
The only thing I believe I changed on yours, Whisper, was your numbers.
Yeah, well, looking through like everything else, like
Oh,
features
okay.
and traits, description, like I never got to look through all that because I was sick, right? So
Right.
once I made the character, then I never had a chance to go back and actually look into anything.
Yeah. I could probably take off the picture of Southern Isle for Caius Ravenswood.
So, Billy,
Yes.
how late are we on?
9:30.
Ew.
Yeah, 3 hours. Do we
Okay.
have who is playing who? Yes, Gabe. Thank you. Maury is currently playing Cassie, a tiefling. Hold on, I'll bring it up. A tiefling druid. That's Maury's character. Sierra is playing Shelby Helga, a elf wizard. Ali is currently playing Badass, a dragonborn barbarian, multi-classed into artificer. Blandra is going to be playing a rogue thief, half elf. Unfortunately, he's not feeling the greatest, so he's decided to sit out tonight. Ashen is playing Rooks, a Goliath druid. Melon is playing a Owlin cleric, war domain. Whisper is playing a human sorcerer, also known as Lore Skullstar. Supernovas is playing Sanford, a ranger hunter, Owlin. Angela's not here yet. She's playing Celeste, a elf wizard, and that is it. Yes. Yeah. Ashen's character Rooks, Goliath, Soul Embersore, which is Melon's character, is a cleric war domain, Owlin. That also has a German accent, which is fantastic, and it's now part of the lore. Leaving for a while. What do you mean leaving for a while? Good. I definitely streamed longer than I thought I would. Did you have fun? You were playing Pokemon, weren't you? My finger. I just literally stabbed myself.
Who was playing Pokemon? Chaska?
I believe Chaska was, yes.
I have such FOMO over this, man. I had my Switch stolen like 4 months ago, and I've
Oh no.
been missing out on this entire thing.
Dream goal.
Huh?
Dream
Now we've heard what I said.
Stream
Who
goal.
has a stream goal? And what is it?
Yara, no.
Oh god.
Who has a stream goal? Oh.
Didn't say I was gonna do anything about it. I just
You're a criminal.
I was gonna say, chime in the all
Listen.
caps crimes.
Demarius, thank you so much for the sub. Oh my goodness. Oh my, 2 months already. That's crazy. Thank you for the resub. Yeah, Scarlet is so addictive. Really? I'm still on the fence about getting the new Pokemon game because wedding.
I heard they patched a lot of the issues with it being laggy and slow or whatnot.
A lot
Yeah.
of there's still a lot of screen tearing and stuff. So
Oh.
Hmm.
Next D&D character, I'm gonna be a warlock.
it's not
Nice
really
game.
game breaking to me, but
Yeah.
I see how it could be for some people.
definitely graphics issues.
Mhm.
Right.
And with
Yeah, Nintendo did let out a notice to all
Know the
Pokemon trainers per
power
se
of the dark
that
side.
they're in the process of fixing everything.
Polar Bear 2900, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Dark Alliance.
overall,
Is
I
it
think
a
it's
screen
phenomenal.
tear when it's in its dock?
Sometimes it depends on like what area you're in.
Okay, I gotta say those thing. Not many people remember back in red and blue and green, and including yellow, there was one glitch in the game called Mystic Gnome. So Game Freak's not perfect.
All right, are we all back?
Good old missing now.
I think we're all back, right?
I'm here.
Yeah, Melon's just
Okay.
deafened and muted.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Melon, Sierra, and Angelica's not here yet.
Okay. Have they defeated the Ducky Wucky Ooh yet? Not yet. They just
Who's
came
not here yet?
across Angelica, Melon. They just came across a Sea Guardian, which are pretty much Titans, They're about 1,000 feet tall. They literally rule
Lay
the
down.
seas. And they
Go
found a
lay
dead one,
down.
which is unsettling considering that these are creatures that cannot be killed literally by anything.
Back to get ready to the game.
Okay,
Thanks, Polar
perfect.
Bear.
I think
Thank
we're
you for the
just waiting on
popcorn.
Angelica now.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting, can I start
Yeah.
into what we spoke about, Billy?
Yes, absolutely.
Do I have to roll for that?
Yes, it would be your yeah, Arcana with
Okay.
the
So I'm just gonna kind of
the meditation that
get
you're
back
doing.
behind the captain and just kind of sit crossing my legs and kind of going off into a deep meditative state. And for fuck's sakes. Why? Why?
Oh,
Where'd you roll? Hold on, I don't have that page
So
up.
as the ship lurches, I get tossed to sea and die.
You rolled a 5.
I rolled a
didn't roll
nat
a one, you're
one.
fine.
Rolling that one.
Oh no. Could you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, because I know where this is gonna go.
That's a hey.
12.
Passed it.
Damn.
But now you hear something in your mind. Who dares make contact with me?
I am Lore. We are here to help. Can you answer any of my questions?
Quickly.
What has done this?
Born people. To be.
Are they near?
No. Continue south. You will find them.
Is there anything else we can do for you? Is there anything we can help with?
Let my body be at rest.
Okay. Thank you. I will pass this on. And I sever the connection.
Okay, perfect.
As I snap out of it, I look at the captain and say, there is nothing to be done here. If we continue to travel south, we may find what has done this, but I will leave it to you, Captain, to make that decision. But there is danger in the south. There are horned people. I'm not sure what that means, but I know that there is horned people, and they have done this.
Horned people.
I'm gonna nudge Cassie and be like, "It's not your people, is it?"
One
I
would
don't
hope.
think so. Wait, what? Why are you blaming me?
Not
Well,
to blame you.
out of everyone on the ship, I believe you're the only one with horns.
But they're not bad horns, I swear.
The captain looks at you and goes, "No, we have a job to do. But horned people?
Horned people, that is all I know.
Tiefling couldn't kill this thing.
It
No
was
offense.
happened in the past.
I'm too small.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's
I'm
Pretty
only
small.
5'4".
I look at the captain and
adorable, I might say, to have
in
the
Draconic say, listen, anything that could kill such a creature, we are not prepared for this. To fight, to help in any way for something that could fell something that large. We must continue on towards our goal, towards our island, and let this pass.
I'll make sure we get us to our island safely then. But we will continue to be weary.
Just look at the group and just tell them that there is nothing that we can do here. There is no immediate danger close by.
Are you sure? And how do you know this information? How did you come upon it? Exactly.
I have my ways. They are not
And you should
normal
probably
ways.
tell us.
ways, my good sir.
I can't explain them. I hear voices
You have
sometimes
voices?
that Yes.
We should be best friends because I hear voices too. Sometimes my rocks talk to me.
Okay. That's
I have little rocks in my pouch. Look at them.
you might want to get that checked.
I'm gonna
But
turn and walk away quickly.
I speak to Cassie and Druid. They do not know our ways.
Oh.
I just kind of turn to Cassie and say, voices, do they answer your questions or do they just talk to you?
They do a little bit of both. It depends on the day.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So after that conversation, about another 2 hours goes by. You notice it is starting to pick up. Winds are changing. The sky is extremely dark, and thunder, lightning, and a rain begin. Not a small rain, like a downpour of a rain. The captain kind of looks at you all above deck and goes, if you want to stay dry, I think I'd head under if I were you.
Soul, care to join me below decks?
oh, one moment here. That's
Will I
out of
wind
character.
up getting sick if I go under the deck again?
Depends. Are you drinking?
I have water.
It's a possibility, but
Could I do
Well,
an
any-
Arcana check to see if this storm is natural?
yeah, go for it.
17.
Unnatural.
DM, would you check your DMs real quick?
How?
Because I'm trying to think about. I'm actually curious at this point.
Can I look around to see if I notice anything, any source of the storm or any kind of feeling of where it may be coming from?
No, not really.
Captain, have you
responding.
come across a storm like this before?
No, this is abnormal. Usually when we hit weather like this, it's pretty mild and temperate on the seas, but this is beginning to become rough.
Do you know of any land or anything nearby where we can take shelter if we need to?
I go under below deck. That's your safest place. There's no other land out here.
I just kind of nod my head to the captain and leave the captain to their job and kind of head below deck.
Yeah.
And I would have followed Saint Sanford down there. Sorry, I was just trying to ask a question of
give
the
him 1
DM when you
second.
asked me.
Got to keep those feathers
you go.
dry.
What kind of storm is it?
Surprisingly,
It
there
is a
are,
very abnormal thunderstorm.
And what all did we find out about it?
It's very abnormal.
That's it?
It's
Okay.
unnatural.
Can you do a history check on abnormal storms that are remotely similar?
Yes, go for it.
Oh, okay.
On my way down below
21.
deck, can I just kind of scan around the ship and stuff to see if I notice anything?
You can go ahead and give me a perception. You said you rolled a 21.
Yes, including my bonus.
Okay. And you said you were I'm sorry, you were doing what again?
A history check to see if there have been similar or identical storms to this one in all of history.
There have been, which is linked to dark magic, or relatably called a trinity. You've heard the name Trinity several times, even in your studies at your wizard's tower, but you don't know of its actual true origins. And the 21 for you doing what? Looking around?
Yeah, 21, looking around to see if I notice anything out of place or Anything that should not be at sea?
No, everything looks about right.
Do we see the explosive boxes?
No,
Are they just gone?
they're not gone. They are deeper below decks, sealed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As the night continues, you notice that the waves get worse. The ship is really rocking at this point. And this continues on the night. This is where we can take our first long rest for the party. It's beginning to become nightfall.
A rest.
Huh?
I was just say, a rest through a storm.
Oh, some people like it that way.
Terrible.
You said a long rest?
Quite
Long
terrible.
rest.
I had to set up a hammock.
I'll go to my room.
Question.
Yes.
So we click that, correct?
Yes.
And then under recover, do I reset maximum HP
Yes. You
changes?
bring back all your HP.
This is going for a long rest, yeah.
Yes.
My dear Cassie, are you still suffering from the sickness?
This is awful. I
Can you
really wish
turn
we were
into
still above
any
deck.
creature?
I
I
can
don't
turn into
understand how
ones
you
that I've
just
seen
have
before.
those-
Well, have you seen a
I
chicken?
have the book. I have the book. I could probably look in there and maybe try to turn into something.
Have you seen a chicken?
I have seen a chicken before. My
Well-
sister used to have them.
Chickens, my dear, have an innate ability to be immune to such sickness. With their heads, they can constantly adjust to any motions around. If it would behoove one such as yourself to turn into a chicken, it would quite
But how do I
possibly
know that
help
people won't try to eat me?
No, just keep in mind, Sanford, you can only do it a certain amount of times a day for a limited period of time.
Do you have a hammock? That will help your sickness. Keep from swaying so much.
Yeah. I will find a place to perch to sleep, as to not rest my feathers upon flammable sources.
Perfect. I'm sorry, I read something in
It's
chat.
pretty damp around here.
No.
Just as I'm putting up my hammock, I just kind of help Cassie and put up another hammock for Cassie as well. Here, Cassie, if you lay here, like Sanford says, you should be good. This should help you settle your seasickness. It will not hurt. It will help you more than laying on the deck.
All right, all right. Is it secured properly? Because you tried to burn my feathers when I was an owl.
It
So
is
please
properly. Promise you, it is secured properly. And I just kind of walk away and get in my my hammock.
Okay, Allie, what are you having problems with the app?
I don't understand how you can go ahead and subtract your stuff and all that. It's fine. I'm just doing it on paper.
Oh, okay. So you guys pretty much help each other. Thad walks by and goes, "Hey, Lore, I don't know, you go get her another one of those sacks with the flour in it."
I just light a little
I will end you,
fireball
I
in my hand.
swear.
I light a little fireball in my hand and throw it at Thaddeus's ass as he's walking by.
It makes contact. Son of a, not again! As he runs right back to the bucket, and all you hear is the. Psh.
I'll just kind of giggle to myself and roll over in my hammock.
As you do, okay. First half of the night, it's still thundering out. Second half into morning now. As you guys slowly start waking up, you notice the storms are gone. It's past. You see through the cracks of the ship that there's sunlight out, and still hear the people working up above deck, and You actually wake up to the smell of cured meats and breakfast foods up above.
Do I
Roast
smell muffins?
carcass,
Oh,
my
I smell some
favorite.
muffins.
There are muffins,
Wait,
yes.
how are they cooking muffins? This is a boat. Do they
They
have
still need
ovens?
they
This
still
is a
need
ship,
Cassie to cook
madam.
food on a ship. They must feed their crew. They do have a galley in which they can cook and provide food for the crew in a safe way.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I
I
keep
never
You could
forgetting you
also
have
use
never been
magic
on
to
a ship
cook the
before.
food.
I have
So,
never really left my home. Like, this is the first time ever leaving, like, very far.
so you have never seen a sea before.
Nope.
Huh.
Well, have you ever had bacon?
Yes. My sister used to make it for me every morning.
Oh, fantastic. Care to join me as we make our way to the galley and attempt to find some fresh bacon? I smell
Yes,
something sizzling.
absolutely.
I hear chicken bacon is fantastic.
Mmm,
And I just keep
indeed,
walking
indeed.
towards the food.
As you guys start making your way upstairs, you see a couple of tables, some linen that's been stretched out and made to provide a roof over your guys' heads while you enjoy a nice hot breakfast. There's all sorts of different types of foods, including muffins, breakfast breads, um, plenty of meat to go around. Different types of meats. There's like steaks and porks, stuff like that. The works, along with eggs and a lot of ale and wine.
I find comfort with a cup of muffins for the morning.
As you head over to the table, you see Captain Cord sipping something from a tankard. Huh, good morning.
Did you sleep at all last night,
Can I
Captain?
investigate the food and drink
Go for it. And yes,
for poison?
go for it. I slept pretty well. Just up now enjoying my
21.
nice hot cup of coffee. No poison. It's food, normal food. Taking a sip from my hot coffee, what a storm last night.
Quite the storm.
Yes, we had a long, long, hard battle with the sea over it, but it seems to have passed, around maybe midnight, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there.
I'm still reading my book as we're eating breakfast.
Yeah, you have your book out. You're still going through the pages. Go ahead and give me another history roll.
History. Come on. Yes. 17.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So yeah, you do read where humans and dragons do create a bloodline. However, the bloodline is likely not to pass normally. Usually when the person is born, they are born and then strictly put in with the human just in case it is normal human. At that point, if it matures and its scales begin to grow, it will eventually become a full almost like a hybrid breed.
So not quite full draconic, but more of just like a hybrid.
More like a hybrid of a human and dragonborn breed.
Do I have a tail or anything currently coming out, or am I just more still human at this point?
After reading that, you kind of like pat your butt to check, and there's like no tail.
Okay. Okay, I just kind of shut my book and just kind of walk off on my own towards the edge of the ship and just look out at sea.
Okay. Thad stuff in his
Oh
face
my
looks over
god,
and
all
goes,
of this juice is so good.
he just touches
Where did
ass.
they get all of this juice? I would like to have some for at home.
Do I hear Thaddeus say that?
Yeah.
I just kind of turn towards Thaddeus with a fireball in my hand and just kind of stare daggers at Thaddeus.
Thaddeus like takes spoonfuls of different foods and scurries back down under the deck.
I
Wait,
just
why
turn
is
back.
Dad running away? What happened?
purely to save his ass, one might so to say.
I feel like I literally missed something.
I'll hobble past and go.
As long as
Things
he's
are
not
just
bothering me
getting.
for food.
I'll hobble past and just go. Things have just gotten a little lit up a couple times.
I speak to Cassie and not Draconic, Druid. Don't mind them. Finish your breakfast. Enjoy your juice.
It is very good to set up.
Would anyone in the case like any hot coffee?
I would.
I would love a.
Did I investigate
coffee.
said a hot coffee before I say anything?
It's coffee.
Okay, then yes.
The
And-
idea of a hot beverage is not appealing.
You see, Captain Core goes ahead and pours a couple different tankards full of coffee, and starts handing them off to those that want the coffee. As that passes, you guys continue to eat your breakfast. Once breakfast is over, you do see that it kind of like the food magically like disappears and everything like resets itself magically. You see the tables and stuff fold itself down, and the linens actually fold themselves up.
Food's gone.
Yeah, you've
That is-
kind of ate all the breakfast that you could. You guys got full bellies and ready to continue your day.
That is mighty convenient. I could use that at the Temple of Odin. It'd be very nice.
Captain, I do believe I'm going to have to learn your secrets when it comes time to taking my mana.
Oh, secrets indeed that we do have. You can thank the Ravenswoods for that.
I'd like to take a place at the front of the ship, up on the bow, and just enjoy a moment of silence.
Nice and peaceful where you're sitting.
Almost. And then I'd like to just sit and speak quietly with Odin about the events of the day before and ask for his safety and protection as we near these southern islands.
Give me a religion check.
While this is
7.
going on, can I just turn to the captain and ask if the captain is aware how far away we are?
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that in just 1 second. What was your number?
Unfortunately, a 7.
A what?
7.
You feel the sun rays bring a calmness over you, a supernatural calmness, almost like a warm embrace. And then Whisper, your character. What are you doing, Lore?
Just asking if the captain is aware how far from the Southern Isles we are.
We should be there next to 3 hours, maybe.
Can I sit again and just kind of meditate and reach out to see if I can feel anything?
Yes. Man.
8.
You try to see if you can make contact to anything, but you do hear something distant, as if thousands of people are crying. But that's all you hear.
Okay. I just kind of sit on that myself for now.
Okay. Soul and Cassie.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to need a perception check from the both of you.
I'm Stolen Cassie.
Yeah.
That'll be in
6.
21.
My rolls today.
Cassie, you want to say that this feels familiar to you, but you don't know if you're sure or not. Soul, you have a very familiar feeling that you felt something before, but you not sure where it's coming from. Um, but this feeling, it feels familiar. Uh, Possibly to your god, or possibly to a different god. You're unsure of that. But it's as if like you've been here before.
Hmm.
In this spot of the sea.
Yes.
Curious. I'd like to take a look around to see if there's specifically towards the water. If there
I
might
have a
be.
question about actions.
What's your question about actions?
Like, is it something like, is it just as like out of combat I could just use an action, or is it like some sort of like I have to wait to a rest before I can use another action?
No, when you're not in combat, you're able to use actions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Um,
what soul?
I would like to, like I said, take a look around, specifically more towards the water, um, and see if there's anything that might be noticeable through the waves.
You look into the water and you don't even see your own reflection. You don't see the ship, you don't see your reflection, you don't even see the sky above. As if the water turned black.
You happen to see anything out there, Soul? I can't see a thing.
Not a thing.
It's very quiet.
In my eyes, hope from the water.
As
And
this is
then like
happening,
to.
I kind of walk down towards Seoul and Sanford and just kind of hang back a little bit, but still close enough to hear them talking.
Have anything to add to the conversation?
Have you ever heard 1,000 people scream? Not in happiness, but in pain. All at once, suddenly. Have you
I,
ever had such an encounter or ever heard of such a thing happening?
I don't believe I have. Have you?
When I close my ears and I listen, that's all I hear. That's
Right
all
now.
I hear is the screaming of 1,000 people. Right now, that's all I hear.
I don't mean to laugh, but the chat is like
The
redoing
chat's on
episode
fire.
freaking 4 right now of Star
The chat's on
Wars.
We made Star Wars references, yes.
Yeah, I can't help but notice it. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Can I use primeval awareness right now?
Do what?
My character has an action, primeval awareness, that comes with the ranger.
Okay.
It's I can use a spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead are within a 1 mile or up to 6 miles of her favorite terrain, but I'm not in favorite, so just 1 mile.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But seeing that the water just seems straight black.
Are we able to see the island?
Not yet.
Okay.
I would like to take a further look around, and then maybe even drop just
How high up
see, I'm
from the
looking at
water are we right now?
I'd say about 50 feet.
So
Yep.
there should be a bucket and some rope on the ship, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Can I run and grab a bucket and tie a rope to it and throw it off the side of the boat down into the water and try and haul up a bucket of water to see if I can see anything in the water
Yes.
or any difference in the water?
Yeah, no, you're free to do that.
Is anybody else seeing the black when looking down the water like I am?
Yes.
Okay.
But when you look out to the distance, it looks blue.
Yeah, I would like to, as I said, find something that I can just. I just want to drop something. I don't even want to pull anything up. I just want to drop something and let it sink.
There's just a piece of wood.
That won't sink.
I know.
Does it say?
I
Drop
just grab Brooks
suppose,
and throw
um,
Brooks overboard into the water.
We could drop a gold coin.
I was
Can we
thinking
steal
that.
one from Thad?
I say, where has Thad
Uh,
disappeared to? Let's just throw him off the ship.
Let's not steal my ideas because we're really breaching into metagaming territory with a lot
Yeah.
of what's going on
Yeah.
recently. So let's simmer it
Relax.
down a little.
This only affects the
'Cause,
people
like,
that are doing this right now.
That, and it's also me voicing my idea for my character. You're trying, like, getting in on that like that. That is called metagaming. So we really want to cut
Sorry.
that down.
There is no metagame.
This is going across the board.
I'm going to draw up the water and pull
yes,
it into the ship.
But yeah, I will drop a gold coin because that was where my train of thought was going. Because there's nothing else to drop.
You drop the gold coin. It doesn't sink. You hear it ping. But when you pull up the bucket, it's full of clear water.
I just kind of look at Soul and raise my eyebrow. And just kind of look at Saul and say, any ideas?
This is quite peculiar.
So
Can I do an Arcana check on the water?
in a second. So be weird. Careful. As far as I can go with you. Blessing. Safe.
Assuming
Did
that
I
is the
just
voice
hear
of
that?
Odin, I will mutter, "By your beard, I will do my best."
And or what were you gonna do?
Just an Arcana check on the water that I pulled up from the ocean.
Sure, go for it.
19.
It's water. Salt water, it's seawater.
Did
I just
hear
look at
that
Saul
coin
and just
ping?
say, it's water. It's just normal water.
Didn't you say the water further out from the boat is clear, but the ones closer to us is black?
Yes. But that's only for the people that are involved in this situation right now, which is just to be Soul, Lore, and Stanford.
I just looked to Sanford and Soul. Do you have any insight onto why the coin would ting, but yet here in front of us is a bucket full of water with no magic?
I'd say I am as perplexed as this situation as you are.
You guys hear the ping behind you again. As you turn to look, you see the gold coin sitting there on the deck.
Dibs.
I'm rolling a perception check.
I don't believe you're in the situation. What are you rolling perception check for?
What's going on around me? But it's a 10.
You do notice, you want to see what's going on around you. You look over, see nothing. The water's black, and in the distance you look up, you look around, and it's blue.
I'm gonna walk back towards the captain and inform the captain of what we've saw and what's going on.
Captain looks at you very puzzled.
I would like to look up in search for anything in the sky.
There's nothing in the sky but the sun. Not even a cloud in sight.
Interesting. No.
Captain,
nothing
do you
casting a
feel
shadow.
anything different in the ship? Do you feel any resistance or any kind of oddity that you would feel?
Distance, no. Oddity, no. I mean, ship's still moving at 42 knots. We're making pretty good time. But things as in resistance, stuff like that, no.
You said
will
the coin
reclaim.
pinged back on the deck?
It did.
Yeah, I would like to reclaim my coin.
Oh, damn it.
You pick it up, and you pick up a wet piece of metal.
It's wet. Interesting. It prints on the surface like it's solid, yet still gets wet.
Do we know of any sea creatures that could cause this? Anything that might deceive us in our sight, or anything that might lie in wait for something like this?
Aquaman.
God damn it. Ow.
Aquaman. I can't. Oh my god. But to answer your question, no.
I am at a loss, but I can try something, but I don't know if it'll help us. And as I say that, I kind of sit again and reach out one last time to see if I can reach anything.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that Arcana roll too.
Yeah, 10.
Screams are a lot louder and everywhere.
I just kind of grab my head and scream out to match the screams that I'm hearing.
It kind of sounds like a but it's everywhere. You hear it behind you, in front of you, right beside you. And you
I
start
just kind of scream out. They're everywheres. The screams. I can feel them. They're in my head. They're everywheres. And just kind of sit there and hold my head.
after that, you hear from the crow's nest, "Land ho!"
Oh my God, we're almost at land.
As you guys get closer, you see the second ship, which is Henry's ship, and they are kind of stopped in the middle between all three islands.
Thank you.
Also turn it on for the people viewers watching. So same riff. Your ship kind of does the same thing. Captain Core looks at you guys and goes, "Well, I can see Henry, and Henry, you see a camp set up along the shore right here, from your guys' ship. And Captain Core goes, I can provide you guys with some boats, to get you to shore now. That way you can do what you gotta do while we unload the rest of the ship and be sending boats back and forth. We'll be setting up your camp as well."
Wait a second. Weren't there supposed to be 5 other guardians that we should pass before we landed here?
No, there's 5 guardians total around the entire world.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, would you care to join me in the advance party? I feel like my claws are weary of this boat.
I can
Yes,
definitely
I
join you.
shall.
Right.
Is there a difference in the 3 islands that we see?
Just beautiful, luscious islands. Jungle filled, palm trees swaying in the breeze. It looks like a tropical paradise.
So none of them looks different than the other?
No, they all 3 look the same, just different shaped.
And water at this point is normal.
Yeah, the water is baby blue. You can see through the water.
Is the captain making efforts to go to any island in particular with his men and his supplies?
Just to this island here. This big island right here. This is where they're telling you to go. Because this is where Henry's camp is set up, and Caius wanted you to make contact with Henry, because Henry will help you guys from there.
Okay.
I'm just going to walk up to the captain and just say, thank you for the safe voyage, and walk towards the Soul and Sanford and jump into the first boat heading to the island.
Oh, it was my pleasure. We'll make sure we get your guys' camp all set up and squared away for you.
You better. And I wink and walk away again.
Captain, I look forward to our return journey home.
Oh, as do I. As do I.
I'm gonna take flight and not get in the boat, but I'm gonna fly above it as we make our way to the island.
I'll
Please, can
shape
everybody
into
fly but
Al
me?
again and fly over as well.
Okay.
What? Can everybody fly but me?
I'm gonna casually walk.
So we have 2 druids and 2 owls.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's-
So, Badass, you're gonna get into a boat too?
I casually walk.
Can't walk on water.
If she's
We're getting into a boat, correct?
Oh,
Walk on the
okay.
boat.
Yeah. My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm Jesus.
You're gonna walk on water?
I am Jesus. I am a dragonborn Jesus.
I will.
There's certain types of lizards that can walk on water.
I will perch
They're
on
pretty-
the front of
Thank you,
one of
man.
the boats and just close my eyes and listen to the waves as we approach the island.
Plus, I think it's better if I downsize myself.
Perfect. Yeah, water walking track. Okay, not my proudest moment, everybody. So as you guys get into the boats, you guys are slowly lowered down into the water, and there's a couple of crewmates in each boat to navigate you to that island, right here. And they start taking you to the island. It looks beautiful. As you get closer, you do see a pretty hefty camp set up. You see all sorts of different inventions, different technologies. When you eventually reach shore, you do see a robot, an automaton, with a shield on his back and a sword at his side, ready to greet you guys. As your boats come up onto land, you guys start climbing out, and immediately this automaton is huge. It's like 6'2". And it's big, but it looks at you guys, at some of you, and goes, "Huh, Cassie, how are you?"
Do I know you? You're a little tall. I don't usually know many tall people
Saved me.
or things.
You guys literally saved me like months ago. It's me. It's Callow.
But how did you get so big?
I
What
had
happened?
a few upgrades.
Cassie, you know this behemoth.
Well, I knew him when he was very little.
Yeah,
He
I
looked like a
was.
very, very scary child.
Yeah, but my parts wasn't gonna work all the way, and let's face it, sitting there for 1,000 years wasn't great on me.
Oh, I am so
Yeah.
happy to see you, though.
Yeah, it's been some time.
But you are very big, and I have to look up to see you.
I know. Last time you saw me, I was little and only could spit out potions, which I can still do. They're just stored kind of differently. As you see its arm open up, and you just see like a syringe with like a red vial attached to it. I can shoot these out of my arms right into people. It's a hell of an upgrade.
Hallow is the robot's name?
Callow, yes, CA-110, but his master Chorus calls him Callow.
Pleasure to meet you, Callow. I take
Oh.
it you know some of our party members already, do you?
Oh yeah, I know Cassie, I know Soul, I know Shelby. I mean, they literally helped me free my master.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I just kind of keep walking while I'm looking around at the camp.
You notice at the camp, you guys get to the camp, it's not that far of a walk. There's a nice fire going, a lot of like luxury items like tents and stuff like that. Fancy chairs, a whole desk is outside under a roofing, and you see a younger gentleman kind of pop out, uh, almost in a suit, very kind of youngish, kind of very suave, and he has kind of a top hat on. And as he takes it off and greets you guys, he goes, "Ah, they're here finally! Welcome everyone. My name is Henry Ravenswood, and I'll be your lead guide or helpful guide, I guess. Something new to all of us. Um, my father said he was only sending like 4 or 5 people, but hey, the more the merrier."
Henry, well met. I am Saint Sanford Ebonist,
Oh,
a friend of thine father.
you are. I believe I've heard about you several times. I mean, my father has talked about you quite a lot.
Ooh, all good things, I hope.
Oh, absolutely. You've done a lot for my family, and I'm glad you're here to help with this one as well.
Fantastic. How go the efforts of mapping the islands?
Uh, well, we got set up. We arrived here yesterday morning. Got all set up. We were going to start pushing in advance into the jungle. However, several things have broke down and once they're repaired, I believe I'm going to attach it to Callow. Yeah, he should be able to escort you guys. It's kind of a new mapping tool I've invented. If you want to come inside, please come with me. You see this
absolutely.
like the small like 1-person tent, but as you walk inside, it appears much larger than that. It has like 8 different rooms, um, and things like that. Um, as you guys walk inside, you see that he has like a small like little workshop where he's working on a lot of different things. There's a lot of runes everywhere that's attached to this backpack looking thing, and he's like, now all I gotta do is just charge this up with some, minor electricity of 1,000 megawatts. And that shouldn't be too hard to do, right? And he pulls out this gauntlet, attaches it to his arm. Start seeing it like going as it starts charging up. You see all these arcs, and as he goes ahead and makes contact onto conduit, he goes, I'd watch my eyes if I were you." And you just hear as electric energy is being transferred um into this thing, and if you see it kick up back to life, he's like, "Ha, perfect." Okay, so pretty much what I'm gonna have you guys do is you're gonna walk around the island with this machine. This machine will be attached to Callow, and what it will do is it will gather data about the entire island for me. From there, I believe this rune over here, as he walks to another table, um, he you see this rune making a pencil dance, and he goes, this will go ahead and create the map that we need for this specific island. Any questions?
I have a question for you, Henry, and well met.
Oh,
Did
well met.
you have any difficulties on your way here or notice anything odd at sea on your way to these islands?
Oh, we had beautiful blue skies. We went past the Guardian just fine, gave him our treasure, and yeah, we got here just fine. There was not a cloud in sight, actually.
So are you
Okay.
aware then that the Guardian is dead?
That's impossible. The Guardian can't die.
The Guardian is dead.
Henry, I regret to inform you that my companion is indeed correct.
Huh. Well then tell me, what else has happened then?
The Guardian was killed by horned people.
Horned,
And
horned people like
Minus
her?
6 people.
As he points over to
No, no,
Cassie.
no, no, not me, not me, not me. I didn't kill anybody.
I kind of step between Cassie and Henry and say, no, we do not know what kind of horned people. Just that it's horned people that had caused the death of the Guardian. And
To be frank, we don't know much at all. In fact, my half-dragon friend over here simply had a vision that it was some sort of horned people. But at the end, the concrete evidence eludes us as to what actually brought about this Guardian's demise.
Was these horned people? What can you tell me about these horned people?
All I know is that I was told that they are south of where the Guardian now lies.
Hmm.
And that is all I know. And that is all I was told, is that they are south of where the Guardian lies.
Strange. Oh, huh. That's definitely something I'll have to look at.
May I ask you a question, Henry?
Sure.
Do you know anything, or have you learned anything of these isles since you've been here? Any settlements you may have come across, or any populations that you may have noticed lived here priorly?
Oh, I've noticed none of that. Uh,
Can I insight check him to see if he's actually
yeah,
telling the truth?
I'll go for it.
21.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
No, I've seen nothing. I've only been here little over 24 hours, and no, nothing. That the islands are completely abandoned.
I had one more vision, as my friend here says, on my way here that is quite disturbing to me. And it is the voices of 1,000 screams
Hmm.
of pain and of suffering. And you have not experienced any of this or any of your crew on the journey here.
Oh, we've seen nothing of this.
Hmm.
No, our crew we came in fully.
That's
Crew were
good to know.
happy. You know, they were great to stretch their legs and whatnot, and pretty much it.
Good to know. And I just kind of go back to my, kind of step back a little bit and back to my 3 fireball fidget spinner that I just kind of casually spin in my hand.
So, any more questions for me, or start giving you guys your things?
So just to be clear,
Yes.
all you expect of us is to simply walk with this robot and map the island.
Yes, and to make sure, there's no dark entities on this island. Here, he goes over and he pulls out another gauntlet that has like this meter gauge. That says between it's pretty much like a scale of 1 to 10 of dark energy. He gives it to you, he goes, that will tell you if there's any dark energy on this island, because if there is, we're gonna have to dispel it.
Is he giving us a freaking Geiger counter for freaking dark energy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He calls it the Dark Reader.
Do one of us have to carry this?
Yes, this has to be on someone's physical hand.
Lord, be a chum and please hold this for the body.
I will hold it, but I will not wear it.
Whatever you do not snap your fingers.
My skill set requires me to have access to both my hands, free of any obstructions.
And he goes, well, let me do this for you then. He pulls out a couple other things, and you see him kind of like working on something, and then he pulls the gauntlet out of your hand, takes off the counter, puts this counter on this thing, he goes, here. And it's kind of like a sash with the counter on it. Perfect. You can still use both your hands.
I'm wearing a bib now?
No, it's oh my god, it's a crossbody sash. Oh my god.
All right, so Geiger counter bib. All right, I'll put it in my inventory.
Oh my god.
So it's a dark matter. Does that have to go in my backpack or just in other possessions?
Other possessions is fine.
Other possessions?
Yeah.
Okay. So dark matter
Now-
sash.
Just
Yeah.
don't snap your fingers.
Okay.
I had to say it.
Yeah. So you do have that now. I'm sorry, I can't get over it.
That was a good one.
It was a good one. He goes, okay. For adventure, let me just get this attached to Callow, and you should be on your way then.
Do we think it is most prudent to travel together as a party of 10, or should we split and circumnavigate the island in opposite directions?
You
Half the
never
time.
split the party.
Well, out of character, yes. In character, well, I do believe that, given the nature of the unknown that we might encounter, be best to be at full strength.
That was me talking as my normal self. I ain't got no special voice. Shit. That was me talking. But no, be legit. You don't.
She was in full character.
Oh, that was a full character. Okay.
Yeah, that was a full character.
It was hard to tell with the way you phrased it.
That's great. I love that. Oh my
I
god.
apologize.
Oh, that's
Out of
great.
character. I'm sorry, I had to die laughing on that one.
So yeah, with that being said, he attaches the pack to the back of Callow, and you guys are ready for your adventure. As you guys leave the tent, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, and I have pre-mapped a route that will go ahead and take you on every inch of this island. That way we do not miss a single stone. It's already programmed in Callow. All you have to do is just follow him."
I'm still fiddling with my bib.
Do you happen to have a copy of on paper? As much as I love this giant automaton, I would perhaps like a physical copy should anything happen.
Nope.
Very well.
But if you do need me, just tell Callow to retrace the steps, and Callow will lead you right back to me.
Thaddeus.
Okay.
Yeah?
Been quite quiet back there. Are you prepared for such a journey?
Oh, I'm not going with you guys. I'm staying here with Henry.
Absolutely the fuck you are.
I go ahead and perch myself on Thaddeus' shoulder and just look at him as an owl. You're going.
Okay.
So, can you speak or wild shaped?
Generally,
just
not
the-
really.
Just the look that you're going.
That I'll allow. Okay. I guess I'm doing this. Okay. That's one.
And stop mumbling under your breath.
You still owe me sandwiches.
I owe you nothing. You kept asking for them, and I told you I can't give them to you.
Ooh, sandwiches.
Anything you owe me.
I owe everybody. As you guys start walking through the path following Callow, you see Callow's one arm turns into pretty much like a weed whacker, but like with actual swords. As he starts mowing down parts of the jungle to make a path for you guys to walk along. Cassie, give me a perception.
Yay for another low roll, probably.
Bum, 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 bum.
14.
Feel something's. But why put your? There's nothing there.
Hmm.
Something troubling you, Cassie?
Just a strange feeling I have. Sort of feels like I'm being watched, but I don't see anyone around us.
Ooh.
As Cassie says this, can I do an investigation around looking through the jungle and through the woods or through what's around us and see if I can see anything or feel anything?
Give me a perception check. Followed by an Arcana check.
Oh, should I hit Arcana first? 14 on Arcana.
Okay.
Perception is 15. So 15 and 14.
As you guys been walking for now a while, you kind of look past like some of the bushes through the trees, and you taste. That is glowing in dark magic.
Is my counter going off?
It's starting to increase, yes.
Be
I just
aware,
kinda-
everyone. This is an uncharted island, and there is a statue in front of us.
I just kind of stop and look at the counter and look at everyone and just kind of show them that the counter is starting to go off.
Ooh, troublesome indeed.
We must have something nearby that is causing this. Too much has happened on our journey here to let anything slip by. Should we investigate this statue, or should we simply keep walking and just map what we are told to?
I feel like we should investigate such a statue. This is an uncharted island that appeared out of nowhere and it has a statue on it. Surely it would point to some sort of historical significance for that Ravenswood would appreciate.
Does the statue have any markings on it?
Not from what you can see. It's kind of off in a distance. If you want to, when you get closer, Badass, give me a perception check.
I would like to check as well for any sort of traps or like signs of ambush or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
As they're checking, I'm going to just walk up to Callow and say, Callow, can you do us a favor? And can you cut us a path to that statue over there? And being careful, of course, while you do so, but just maybe kind of clear a path for us over there.
Absolutely. Let me analyze this first. Starts analyzing and goes, okay, I can do it.
I got 16 on perception.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm getting a phone call.
Wow, that's very perceptive.
The phone is ringing.
The phone is ringing.
Oh, the ringing.
I can still hear you. Anyway, you said you got 15 on your perception. As you get closer, you start seeing a humanoid statue with a crown upon its head and in its right hand a trident. With that also you see a black stone on the front of the crown.
What is
I'm
the
gonna do-
Do
I'm
what?
gonna do,
Hold on for a second. Sanford, what were you saying?
what is the creature with the crown on its head and holding a trident? Like, what is it? A human or?
It looks to be human,
It's Aquaman.
but it looks.
Just saying. He's part of the story now.
Really, did we both just face palm as hard as we could right
Yes,
there?
we did.
Yes, we did.
Can I do a Arcana check on the black stone?
Yes, please. And this
I'm gonna do the
statue
same.
also stands about 15 feet tall.
21.
Oh yeah, it's dark energy. There's something unnatural about this stone. Cassie, the thing is, you don't see a statue. You see what looks to be a 15-foot man frozen in place. You don't see the stones. You have no idea what they're talking about a stone. You just see what looks to be a man with a panicked look on his face, frozen in time.
This is an interesting statue indeed.
Not a
Should we-
statue. Are you guys not seeing what I'm seeing?
No, we see a very tall humanoid figure holding a trident with some form of magical stone in its forehead.
That's not what it is at all.
It's a
What?
weathered old carved stone, moss and what are you talking
What?
about?
What are you seeing, Cassie?
I'm not sure. Honestly,
We
I think
we,
maybe I'm
we
just
will
seeing
not
things.
judge. We do not judge. We have all experienced weird things so far on this journey. Anything you see may help shed some light.
To agree with our giant friend over here, as much as I'd like to suggest that this is another one of your talking rocks situations, I am
It's not a
perplexed. as
talking
to what
rock
you-
situation, I swear.
Cassie, give me a perception check.
Heaven.
Fuck. You see its eyes. You think its eyes moved, like look down a little bit, but you're not sure.
Is there any doors on the statue that maybe we can like go inside of the statue?
No, there's not.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's any markings or engravings or anything on the statue that we're seeing, or is it just plain stone?
It's just plain stone. And as you guys keep looking around, you get a sense of feeling that something is watching you guys. And that is when we'll end its session.
Really?
It's Aquaman.
It's freaking Aquaman. I'm dead.
Telling you, look at your DM chats, Billy. Look at the D&D chat.
I see it. It's
Oh my god.
It's a trident.
a trident, yes, but that could be 100 different things. Anyway, I don't want to give a
A lot of creatures use tridents.
Yeah, like Poseidon.
everyone's saying Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Y'all are ridiculous.
how'd you guys feel about for episode 1 so far?
Wanted to kill shit.
I think I need to work a little bit on interrupting the metagaming a little bit,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of not waiting for other people to finish what they're saying and just getting interrupted.
Hmm.
And then again, just reiterate: do not metagame for the crying out loud.
Well, don't
It'll
forget, a
ruin the
lot of
game
people
for
are
everybody.
new to this, so this is a learning curve for a lot of players.
Yep. No, I get that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I
but
appreciate when you interject with the whole coin thing. I didn't even
But,
think
like-
consider it for a second.
But like, if the DM is specifically saying something to another player, your character may or may not even be involved in that whole thing, or even be aware of what is being said to that player. So like, if somebody rolls for something, whatever the DM gives information to that player, your character doesn't know. You as a player might learn it, but your character doesn't know it because that information was off of somebody else's roll.
Right.
So let's keep.
But this has been a night. A lot of story was told tonight.
I'm very intrigued to see where this goes, though.
Yes. Again, like I said, this is going to be every 2 weeks. Our next game, because of the holidays, won't be until the 8th.
However,
Huh?
I was going to say, let me all know who might be available for January 1st, New Year's Day. It's a Sunday, to do a holiday one shot.
Yeah.
If anybody is able, I will get it all set up.
Yeah. We're going to see who
Need
is
At
live right
least
now.
4 to 5 people.
I still haven't figured out where I'm traveling for Christmas, but when I get that information, I will definitely let you know.
I know where I'm going.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this first episode. I know there wasn't a whole lot of action of fighting. This episode is more about lore and story. But yeah.
I appreciate the heck out of that, though. My Melon was there the first time I this is technically the first real time I tried playing D&D. The other time was
his first session was not good.
It was bad. It was bad. I was
And then the second session fell apart.
Did it?
Remember, we didn't make it out of that dungeon.
Well,
Group
no,
fell apart
I
after that.
stopped playing after that because, like,
Oh, true.
I came in and it was me and one other, and the party was already way ahead. And like to catch up, the DM like almost immediately put us into a very lopsided fight, and we were level 1, and
Oh God,
didn't work at all.
Yeah, he put 2 characters against a whole group instead of having their characters meet up with the party. They got into a fight that they were supposed to lose and then be captured, and we had to go save them. But it took several hours to be able to get to that.
Yeah.
It was not good.
We're gonna go ahead and raid out to the Reluctant Hermit tonight.
Oh, he's still
I'm
going?
gonna go the other way.
Again, thank you guys so much for watching this first episode. We won't be back until January 8th for episode 2. Don't worry, I will be doing a recap for all the players, so that way you guys know what went on, what you can remember what went on. This episode was kind of a doozy for story-wise, it was. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun. Good night, Whisper. And I'll see you guys later this week, probably tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing some Fortnite, maybe. I don't know yet. Schedule will be out tomorrow for you guys. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and I will see everybody later. Good night, everybody.